Hello, guys. Um, yeah, welcome everyone to my live stream. And yeah, I know that we we invite you today via email, and I will be happy to have you as a guest today. Those guys who wants to join and ask me questions. Although I want first to deliver content, and then in the second part, like within 30 minutes, I will add you to the studio. Okay. Thanks for being initiative, and I will be happy to have you as a guest here. So today I'm really will see maybe different side of me, and I'm really praying to have a big heart, not coming from like from big emotions, but just like from love in my heart to deliver you some difficult topic that not maybe sometimes enjoyable to talk, but it's our life, everything that we're going through now. So I read one of your comments, and it's really make me a little bit blow up. And I want to talk about this comment today. So let's read it together. What's very sad how quickly so many Ukrainian women give up on their country while the men are required to fight. And then it makes you wonder, what kind of future will then the man have after war is over, and if most of Ukrainian women left. So I prepared today hardly on statistics, although this is not my type of content, but I was like, you know, understanding what statistics we have within our women, understand how many of them left, how many still in Ukraine. And I decided not just blah, 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 but really deliver you data so you can make, your conclusions from this as well. So, um, there is data that said that for now 2.8 million of working age women. So it means from so it's without pensioners, right? um, Left Ukraine, and from them 1.8 million is children. So if you open data on 1st January 2022, you will find out that population of female population at that time was 22 million. So in actuality, less than 12%, because, so if you will divide this 2.8 million divided by 22 million times 100, so it will be less than 12%. Why I say less? Because not only working age women left, but also retirees. So in actuality, it's less than 12% of Ukrainian women left. And that's approximately what, within our database. A lot of women still in Ukraine, although when we match, when our clients start the relationship, we always agree with women, if they want to be our clients, they all agree to meet men abroad if he is coming to visit her. But again, this is not the way we structure now everything. It's not like she's coming to meet unknown man. He is already they build relationship to a certain level, and it's not stranger she's coming to meet, right? She's coming to meet her man that she was communicating for some time, and is working really well. So I have a question to you guys, those who wrote this, who wrote this question. Do you really think that Ukrainian women left Ukraine just to, like, abroad, use this opportunity just to find husband? Because from the way this comment, written, that, guys think that all these women who left, which is less than 12%, as we find out, like, they have only now one intent to find a husband abroad. So I will give you another statistics that we've done while I was living in Ukraine. And so it was around 8% only of Ukrainian women was open and to marry a foreigner. It's truly not journey for everyone. um, and if you talk about sincere and serious high quality marriage minded women, uh, I'm not talking about gold diggers, because there's different type of women, or opportunists. Those women, high quality, they're looking for deep emotional connections with their life partner. And so, do you see there is a problem when you date and in relationship with a man from other culture? It quite a bit challenging to establish this deep emotional connection. It's much easier to do this with your own partner. I mean, with a life partner from your own culture, it's much easier to understand each other needs and everything. So it's quite a bit of journey. And so not every Ukrainian woman ready for this, and so I must admit that those ladies that join us, the before war, expressing their, possibility and intent, if they meet right man, to be able to leave Ukraine, and start new life from scratch in another country, those one was generally speaking more open-minded. They might travel more, see more. They might work in like export import companies, or like with foreigners, so they know this, different cultures, and they find it, like even more matching for them. We have a lot of Ukrainian ladies, when they join us, they say, please, I want specifically foreigner man, because they somehow, or I don't know, maybe their friend got married, and everything that she's telling for her, about her life and experience, it just like feeling right for her. So those women really, you know they open for, for marry a foreigner. But what was the truly reason why even this 2.8 million working women age left Ukraine? And you see the number, they take with them 1.8 million of children. So if you will open statistics again, you will find out that will be 68% of women left. And so women was taking children with them. It's according to Alexander Isakov, Bloomberg economics statistics. They was taking children because safety and security is number one need for Slavic women. And then when you have children, you kind of like, responsible parent. If you have possibility, if you don't have like, I don't know, circumstances where you're not able to do this. I don't know. For example, you have parents invalids, and you have to take care about them, and so you cannot leave them. And this is like a lot of cases like this, where you have circumstances that not allowed you, to be able to create this safety and security for children. But you will. There are other like statistics that maybe will open your minds more. The war has caused one of the fastest large-scale displacement of children since World War II, said UNICEF Executive Director Catherine Russell. One of the fastest large-scale displacement of children. And so more than half of Ukrainians' children displaced after 1 month of war. More than a half children. So within first months of the war, and so it's 4.3 million children, and estimated population of children 7.5 million. So that's include more than 1.8 million children have crossed into neighboring countries, and 2.5 million were displaced inside of Ukraine. So I mean, And from here comes another question: who was, who initiates this replacement in families? If we talk about Ukrainian families, like couples, right, married, having children, who initiate? From my, all my circles, in the families, when when war started, of course we was in touch with each other. We was, going through big shock, and everything was unfolding super fast, and it was hard to predict anything, but everybody was just like, it was like they say, the most memorable 20 minutes of your life, where you first time hear these bombs, and you have this 20, you understand, you have 20 minutes to pack, and you just like deciding what to take, what to give up, like, quickly documents, you just like running, and it feels like, it's a big revelation of values, that happened to a lot of Ukrainian people. And so my point from like talking to all my, friends and seeing how it was, happening in the families, it always was case to just get out first to like safer areas within Ukraine, to west of Ukraine when war started. And then most of the men, Ukrainian men, who is loving, caring fathers, they was insisting in their wives and children believe in Ukraine to minimize their traumas, because this is something, that will stay there, for life, uh, I mean, it will need a lot of work to be healed, and so I saw like how man was insisting and women was like resisting, they didn't want to leave man. But then seeing how it affects children, and just like, understanding that this is will not finish tomorrow, and you really need to start to think about like, like, you cannot do long-term planning, but you still need to, like, after this first stress, come down within like after first months, a lot of women, they was like, they start to understand they need to plan and create, um you know create first of all the safety and security for children that very needed, and then and that's what, I'm admiring about Ukrainian people generally, their resilience, they, of course, at first it was shock, but then when you when you accept situation, you you start to think and you start to plan life, and you you do these things from with the hope that, tomorrow you will wake up and you will not have, war will stops, right, and you can call back to your country. But then if you know you see in that it just, there is no any signs that it will be, it will finish within short term of time, then you understand that children lives continue. You need, so like people start to, uh, those who left, and you see this very small number still of those, um they have parent that, they want to take care about. So like first you go, right, the woman, she left, she's looking for a possibility to integrate now to a new country, learn local language, I don't know, and then replace her parents that she's worried, who stayed in Ukraine, for example. And so those who was brave enough and has opportunity, because a lot of them, as I said, from not mm, due to different reasons, they was not able, to leave Ukraine. And so first of all, what I wanted to say that, this comment written by man who, you know who obviously doesn't have this courage, that Ukrainian courage that this Ukrainian man have, because you need to be really very courage to to be not so selfish and really think in the interest of your family, your wife, your loving wife, your children, and in a desire to actually protect them, to send them out of Ukraine. And this is shows big love in the hearts of Ukrainian man. And so now staying at immigrational forums, checking out opportunity for me as Ukrainian, to immigrate to Canada. I'm seeing a lot of Ukrainian women who, moved here with children, and they writing a lot of messages like, my husband in Ukraine, how I can start his process. I hope at some point he can get out, So I'm seeing actually those couples who were in great relationship, were, of course, it's add so much challenges in their life, in their relationship, but they know, what they holding on, and they holding on this hope that a war will stop and they will go back to their home country, because so many people just like realize, traveling now in different countries, that they really appreciate life in Ukraine and everything they had there. Or they creating possibility, and they asking lawyers how they can proceed with their husband, like now he's in Ukraine, but I want to know if there is any options how I can start him and get in a program of immigration. And so I'm seeing this a lot, and that's what I of course, if there was a relationship that already was not working, it's just war just opens up all of that. So those didn't survive. But in my circle, I don't have not one relationship that broke because of war. And so a lot of my friends and their families, they continue to to like those who was married for a long time and happily married, they live with this hope that of family reunion, looking for any opportunity for that. And that's for me high quality women and high quality relationship, what they're about, to going through together through rainy and sunny days. What's marriage about, being with together when everything's fine. No, life is super not predictable, and just you never know. And and that's when actually your relationship being checked on on a very different level, how you going together through rainy days. And so and I know, guys, it's hard for you to really relate and understand, and for those guys who sit in at their home in a safe place and just like judging Ukrainian people and everything they're going through, listen, you never been in their shoes, and you just not in a position of judging them. And so those guys who's okay, so there is statistics, 32 votes yes, absolutely yes, but I'm not to judge. 22 no, 42. Okay, 42. So guys, you see, those who think that if women have opportunity, I don't know, she's single mom or she's alone or she's married, and as I see in those relationship, really happy families, they was what they was struggling with. Man was insisting actually on women with children leaving, and women was crying and didn't want to live without man. But at some point, man was like, as you know, it's a traditional culture where last word is after man, and woman like, okay, I will go. And it's very scary also for a lot of Ukrainian women, because there's so much, again, because of traditional culture, they you know they they turn it on these strengths in them when in needed, and in this case where she's leaving, in going to another country, don't know how everything will be there, but you know it's time to turn on your strengths, because uh because of obstacles, right? And so I'm seeing in this big big love, and I I like I don't see in these cases that women who left with such a husbands, any opportunity for them to even like look at the like be open or I don't know, looking at other men while they're living abroad, while they have such an incredible husband, it's just not in the area of their interest. That's the thing. And I think a lot of guys they just never experience those type of relationship, all this like not all, but in a lot of cases you have this how we call monkey branches, when women jump from one man to another, and that's your perception because you're coming from the Western world. And so we have our own reasons why relationship fails in Ukraine, and I've done separate live stream about this. And I believe this is mostly because of immaturity marriages, like very young, where people don't know you know each other as a human being, and then they choosing not right match. But also, how really war affect, and how much love woman need to have in her heart to like to deal with all these things that will be coming after, with the man when he coming back, like, the only one how he can be, I mean, how it will reflect in the relationship, you know and I don't know, maybe this man after war he will come back in the family, and maybe he will bring all, I mean, it depends on man how he will be able to deal with all of that, those who will come back and bring this war into family, and start to be aggressive and beat children and then beat wife, I'm not judging for Ukrainian women who will, who will who will not be able to uh, you know to find compromise on this behavior, allowing this towards herself, it's really the most difficult period of all Ukrainian people in their lives, and so it's just guys who is, sitting in their sofas, and talking about this, and judging the way Ukrainian people behave, don't have any like compassion, understanding. Those guys, even, you better don't look even in opportunity to date Ukrainian women, because it you'll just you'll just will not be successful. That's the reality, you know 42, yes, absolutely. Yes, but who am I to judge? No. 50%. No, that's selfish. 12%. Okay, you see, 12% of men think this is selfish. And so what think this Ukrainian man who wants actually his wife to leave because of minimize their trauma? How? That's what I'm saying. What is true love? What is true love? It's when you actually want to protect your family, It's when you actually have this needed level of trust in relationship, when you appreciate and love each other, and you know despite on how hard it is, you know what is love is when you want to take care about your person, right? And children. And so Sorry, but yeah, I just have hard time to understand, man. Okay, okay. And I actually feel sorry for this man, Amazon seller. I feel sad for him because I think he actually never, experienced real love or like relationship that, like high quality relationship based on love and not the selfish love, but actually, when you sacrifice your own interest in order to protect your family. And that's how, and then we wonder, why most of Ukrainian women still prefer to marry Ukrainian men. They have their challenges with them, right? As everyone. But you see, okay, maybe do another live stream. I'm talking to a lot of Ukrainian ladies who's living now, who's single, living out, in the West, and they was sharing with me the way, they can't think about marriage during war and parents in UA with all the stress. To be honest, I just, I think, guys, you have, like, some of you have this understanding that while Ukrainian woman in Ukraine, she's under stress, but when she laughs, she actually, everything okay with her, that she is now in the safe areas, in the bubble happiness. But that's actually not true. And, if you will find my videos on the channel, when the war just started, first half a year, like, you can see how I look there, the way my facial expression, everything. And, I'm very appreciative that I have Joe, and that he was with me during all these, hard times and give me needed support and, and appreciation, and just was there for me. And not every woman was so lucky like me, and even with all this support, I managed to lose half of my hair, and I had to cut it because it was like, I didn't want to lose it completely. I was afraid. And you know what, the best friend of my daughter, her mother lose her hair completely. She's I'm trying to, and and she's living in Canada. It seems like, she's in a safe area, like, or I was living in Mexico, and still, those things was happening to me. And so you think that, and I know this problem of a lot of Ukrainian women who left Ukraine, but their soul and emotions and everything, they stay there in Ukraine, where they was, seeing how their world was crashing, their dreams and, plans. And it was, it was very difficult period. But then, you see, it's also building up strengths in Ukrainian people to, to find new goals, to find this new hope that they can hold on, to find new meanings to lives, to find new strengths within themselves. And it's much easier for those people who, who at least left Ukraine now, to like to work with their, mindset and statement and the way they feel, in order to support, Ukrainian people who live there, who's still there, And Joe wrote in my mail that I, finally, after so much time, I released song, and my song addressed, it's in Ukrainian language, and yeah, I will soon release it. It's addressed to women, to help them to find this strength within them, to give them power to go through this, tough period in their life. And so I think, if not now, Ukrainian women, those who wants, single, who wants to find man, if not now, they will meet this man who will be this fortress for them, be there for her, understand where she is, and not like we have introduction call and lady super beautiful and slim, and we had it like, I don't remember, like within 2 months after war started, and woman was in Canada, and this client told us afterwards, like, why she was in a jacket, in Canada, right? It's like, I don't know, Africa or something, in a car, like she was looking just for some privacy, right? And why she was not beautifully dressed in a dress, or something. Those guys cannot be successful. They don't understand that when she was running from Ukraine, she was not thinking about taking dresses, This is one thing that was on her mind. And she's like, actually, this woman now got married with our other client, and this man who was given this comment, yeah, he basically, those guys, they have hard time to be successful now, because they don't have any, any understanding or desire even to understand where women at. And having this normal level of empathy and compassion is really needed now, really needed. Like, guys, if I will give you example, why you going to Ukraine? Why are you looking for Ukrainian woman? Because you see that you have hard time to find femininity within Western women in a lot of cases. Okay, not all, right? But, and so you feel like in relationship with a man, right? You just don't find this like working together, matching. And so Ukrainian women, they in a high level of femininity. And so if you will take like if you will take this part from man, where he has this woman's energy with him, or like ability to understand woman, he will be I don't know how to call it, like very, very stoic, like to the level where you feel he don't care, And those men, they really have hard time to date now. 1 second, to date and to be successful with Ukrainian women now, So, guys, that's my point. Sorry for me again crashing. I see John here in the studio. So, you guys, welcome. Who was going to join me? If John will put camera on him now, I would be happy to invite you in studio. And I really love this a new way of how we do live streams now, with this opportunity to engage with you. So John need to figure out how to turn on camera on him. Okay, okay. I think it's too early a little bit. Yeah, but we're waiting for your. You're welcome, guys, to join the studio and ask your questions on this point or anything that you have now in your mind. Okay, John. Any questions you have about? There is many left and then return, and this is no stop movement, and. Yeah, still general statistics. I believe those who left and like looking for opportunity to stay there for longer, not more than 10%. I mean longer. I mean until a lot of men also left and many continue trying to leave. It's not only women, children. That's correct. If you will see, if you open statistics, you will find out that 68% of women and children, and so 32% it's men. And I just, guys, I just encourage you not to judge nobody. You never been in their shoes, and men also have their reasons, and like, hi, Anton, nice to meet you.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you today?
Good,
Good,
good, good.
great. So, Anton, are you in this journey of looking for your wife abroad, or any questions you have about this?
I tried. I tried to get somebody else abroad
Mm-hmm.
of Ukraine, but, but why I'm here is I can feel all the pain of Ukraine.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. I know. Yeah, there's more or less empathic people. It's just for some, it's just built in. You know. Mm-hmm. And what's your question about? Do you have any questions or comments or anything?
Well, all I try to say is I I've been in Ukraine since 2019. Then COVID starts, and again in 2021.
Mm-hmm. You've been in Ukraine in 2021. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and I love Odessa,
Mm-hmm.
and um, you know, Odessa is my country, Ukraine.
Mm-hmm. Great.
But after 2021, the war starts. I
Mm-hmm.
couldn't go back.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What's your age and what age of the lady you're looking for?
Okay, my age is 76,
Mm-hmm.
and the age I'm looking for energy.
Mm-hmm. And age? Oh man, have numbers in their heads.
Uh, when I look, sorry, when I look to you and Joe, age doesn't matter. So don't talk about age.
Mm-hmm. So you
But
don't. Uh-huh.
but it's about energy. In my age, when you look to age, you start thinking it's old. Not old. Energy. I got the company running, and I
They
want a
all say
lady
that. Oh, don't
going
worry
with
about the.
me.
I'm not worried about the age. That doesn't. Age doesn't matter at all, and they'll convince you that it doesn't matter, and they'll keep on until you believe it that it doesn't matter, but it does. I understand that I'm 64 years old, but I never got past 20 in my heart, so I still feel young at heart. I've got a lot to offer. I come here looking for an honest relationship, an uh, honest woman, someone who I could relate to, enjoy, and be with, and maybe eventually marry and have a family.
Huh?
Can you cut a minute?
Okay, sure.
I get emotional.
Yeah. You want a tissue? You got your own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got no. It is draining. It is emotionally draining to me to go through all this, to resonate on everything that has happened, and contemplate of the experiences, and realize you've been duped out of a lot of money.
Okay. So yeah, Joe decided to play this video. I'm
I'm
thinking
laughing.
mhm, Ukrainian women also look for energy in men. So it's both ways.
No,
And so I don't know. I think our
I'm looking.
couple. Mhm.
I'm, I'm looking to 20, 30, whatever the case may be. When it's a lady in age, energy, energy, who
Yeah.
love life. That's
Mhm.
about what it is.
Mhm.
Because when they ask me about how old will I be, I said, okay, no problem, 100. So why would it? What's the problem?
Mhm. So we didn't have clients who we don't have ladies 100 years old in database. Sorry about that. Yeah.
Now, what I try to say,
Mhm.
age doesn't matter. Yes, I understand. There's an age of 15, just like that way. But again, when you can look to a lady of 15 different, she wants to retire. I don't want to retire. I'm still working. I'm busy.
Mhm. But we have, I mean, Joe, keep asking what lady. We have 64 years old, for example, woman in our database. She's training every like skaters. Oh, yeah, skaters, right? And so this is must tell something about her, level of energy in her. But I mean, you see, when guys just like filtering women just by age, it's just like I don't know. I think our couple with Joe also creates this misperception of what's real, what's not. I don't consider our couple normal, like within Ukrainian standards, but I don't consider Joe in his age also like typical for in his age, the way he lives, the way he moves. Like we have all young stuff in our company, and the way how he moves, how quickly and everything. It's just like our team, like he making them crazy. They just have hard time to keep up with this, with this energy, with this, right? And so big fear of women of when they if they considering relationship with an older man that they don't want him, they don't want also this like men who have low energy in any area. So yeah, so it's great that yeah.
Okay.
I think all men have, all have number, but I think you decided to keep it to your own, to your privacy. It's allowed. Okay, Anton, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for your support and empathy to the
I
Ukrainian people.
actually,
Mhm.
you got it wrong.
I got it wrong.
My story actually is I understand what's going on.
Hmm.
Yes, I understand that. Yes, you got it. I know what's going on in Ukraine. I learned a lot about of Ukraine and a lot of the ladies there. Yes, there's scammers and this and that, whatever the case may be. But I got some friends there and I know the pain they got. And also, I learned about the pain you got in your voice when you were just talking today. And I can feel that and I understand that. It's not something else. It's not about a guy getting married to somebody or some ladies who's got a problem of just to be out of Ukraine. No, she's linked to Ukraine. She's a patriotic to Ukraine. It's important to know that. They got parents there. Maybe there's brothers, sisters who can't get out. They has to know about all of that. Not that easy. That's why I'm talking here today. Not about me,
Hmm.
but what I know.
Hmm.
I've got from South Africa, from S- from South Africa, we've got a pastor who's been in 25 years in Ukraine, in Reni, building up a church there. And since the war starts, we help people who want to leave Ukraine going to Romania from that side. And I learned about the pain that's happening. I see all the letters they write about what's happening there. Children that's left behind, how they try to care about the children. It's not about everything, it's about caring. And that's what I want to try to talk about. It's not about marrying somebody else or caring about somebody else, but caring about the people there who needs help. That's what I want to try to talk about.
Yeah, Anton. Yeah, I agree
Okay.
with you. That's how I opened my live stream, saying that guys just miss, don't understand situation, that they just want to save, yeah, children from trauma themselves, and actually their husbands wants to save them as well, and that's the main reason why they're leaving. But a lot of them coming back. The best marriages are when become on purpose, totally united. Of course, each must fulfill a measure of their potential creation. Kind of weird comment.
Thank you.
It was just, some people I think still discovering what is marriage about. It's okay. We have lifetime for this. Right. Okay, thank you, Anton, for sharing and for your compassion and your big heart. And yeah, wish you all the best. And yeah, you find your soulmate, high level energy woman that you attracted to. And yeah, keep live happily out there. Thank you. So guys, anybody else want to join me today? I don't know, it was when we all just didn't start even live stream, was so many guys behind. And yeah, let me just read maybe through your TJ. It's our client. TJ, I think so, because yeah. I agree that two people truly love, respect each other would never go to meet another partner, but we are all humans and we are not protected. Life hurts sometimes. Yeah, I mean, it's challenging, but and actually for both sides, you know. I, for example, know Ukrainian families where when women live in man also, you know, um, she also feels like, you know, it's painful, you know. It's not only like men now should worry about woman behavior in different country. She also like, I know some families where women say, now I'm living with children and I want to take promise from you that you will not go and drink with other women in the bar, because maybe when you will be drunk something can happen, you know. And that's, you know, the way she just, you know, she worry about like generally keeping this relationship, you know, working, even, you know, through, yeah, saying join to my live camera now. So it's difficult, but you know, it's still, you know, through challenges, when we go through them, that's when we really understand what's our relationship about, right? When you, when everything good, like everything good, but then when, how you say it, then shit hit the fan, then you find out what's truly what quality of relationship have. And you know, a lot of things. So there is no we see Robert join, but we're waiting until he turn on camera. There is no um pillows that, you know, you can take and like TJ wrote, love her sometimes, and just like to be safe. To be safe, don't be in any relationship, you know. But what's quality of life? Like really, we are humans who, you know, who created to exchange, you know, this beautiful like things that happen when man and woman energy, they, you know, exchange in a love, you know, this loving energy. It's just, yeah, I don't know. For me, life without love, this is like you live life, you know, you're alive, but you're dead. If I can compare, you know, that's how I see, you know, our life without having this person that you love, that you can. Yeah. So Robert, did you find out how to turn on camera? Charlie, we have Charlie. Okay, let's add Charlie until Robert. Hi.
Hello. This is my first time doing this, so I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, that's great. Nice to meet you. How are
Thank
you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you. I have a question about the. I mean, in the U.S. here, we hear a lot about the war in Ukraine. It kind of goes up and down, and especially the contributions from other countries, it goes up and down as well. Um, so I'm wondering how it affects Ukraine women going to another country. Do the men have to go to Ukraine first in order to meet the women, or can you chat online and then the women can come over to the U.S.? I'm just not sure how it works, especially with all the changes in government and this being an election year in the U.S. It makes it difficult to understand how things work exactly, and sometimes it can get pretty expensive. And like a fellow like me, um, I don't earn much money, so it's hard for me to turn around and say, "Well, I can take $20,000 or $30,000 or whatever, and go to Ukraine and find potential women and see different women and stuff, and then possibly bring them over to the U.S." I understand that it's a long process, but my concern is the expenses that cover it, especially during a wartime. Some Ukraine women have found diplomacy to be able to come to the U.S. So it's a hit and miss kind of thing. And some of the advertisements I see, like in Kiev or whatever, those are areas that are suffering from the wartime issues, and it's hard for Americans to be able to go over there. So there's a lot of mixed um, information that's put through. So,
Yeah.
what can you do about that?
Yes, thank you, Charlie, for your question. So on our website, we don't have any chats or like, paid letters or something. If you see that, this is almost 100% scams, because if before you was talking maybe to a translator like previous years, maybe now it will be ChatGPT talking to you, but this is nothing about real relationship. Ukrainian ladies don't chat. That's the thing. So the best way before war, of course, was for guys just, if they have opportunity to come in Ukraine, to live there for some time, doing, I don't know, street pickup, just meet, average ladies, who on the street. This is, salt of the earth women who, traditional and looking for, for husbands, for their main goal, to have family. And of course, when war started, we fled Ukraine 1 week before, and we told all our clients, don't come to Ukraine, please. And like the way we start to work actually when COVID happened, because that's when it's first start to like affect, travel opportunities. Yeah. Women become open for distance introduction. So like more detailed, you can like, we always open to talk to our prospective clients and give a free matchmaking consultation right here, match guarantee /register. Guys can just make get answers on all specific questions about his journey and how it works. But as for now, and we see how incredibly it works, we do this introduction package where we introduce men to several women, and all these women joined us before war started. There was like, there was, I mean, some of them during war, but actually we have less like we drop number of ladies join, because obviously you in stress, you're not like a lot of women now looking, like open for I mean, this number drops when war started, how many new legislation we have. And this is just because, especially when war just started, right? It was just this time when you was thinking about, different things, but not having love, right? And that's how, when war started, we was in touch with our ladies and seeing how all this process was, unfolding, if there is still place for love and relationship. And I lost you, Charlie, for a second. Yeah, well, no, wait, Joe, wait. So, so now we just we do this introduction package. We give man from his photo. He can do small video if he wants, and letter, and we send out to these two ladies, and he's making, he know now who's interested in him and where they located right now, because sometimes, they're moving from country to country. Now they more like settle in some areas. So, and then basically couples start to develop. We do introduction call if everything goes well, both men and women interested in each other. They start to develop relationship, but this is just through, normal like Viber or WhatsApp or wherever you make communication, right? And so, and then basically, if relationship goes well, men need to have possibility to at least come like within first 2 months of relationship, to come at least one time to see her and to meet her, because again, this is traditional culture. She will not fly to you, like just to, oh, I lost Charlie. So I will finish my thought for a second. So, but it just, I mean, with all this pain and crazy thing that war create for international marriages and relationship, it creates this crazy opportunity with their like open so easy with documents for Ukrainian people now, women around the world. So I'm looking back how like our couples was developing relationship, and for years waiting for K1 visa for Americans. It was so difficult, and now it's just developing more natural way where men, they at least one time fly to her, and then basically if this meeting went well and they just bring relationship on a new level, they already apply for second time she's coming to him, and they continue to develop relationship more organically. She can come under refugee visa and be there up to 2 years, so nobody under pressure to get married immediately like it was before 3 months with the K1 visa. So it just, and it give it fruits. We have like marriages that happened after war started, with introduction after war, and it's beautiful. But everything was again just more organically developing. Okay, Robert. I hope I answered the question. Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Uh-huh. How are you today?
Good. Sorry, I jumped on late and just joining to listen to the conversation. So, yeah, thank you.
So, what's your journey? Have you ever been to Ukraine or
I actually have been to Ukraine. I've been to Kyiv about 5 times, Odessa once, and Lviv once.
Okay.
So, love the country. I wanted to explore a little bit more, but unfortunately, the war started. So, hopefully, things will work out here quickly. It's a tragedy on what's going on over there.
Yeah, it's true. It's tragedy, and as I said, guys who cannot like relate to this or understand it, it's just very, and they looking for building a relationship with Ukrainian women now. It's just very challenging for them and almost not possible. If you just
Well, it's definitely a lot more difficult. And there's more challenges right now, but it sounds like you're taking steps to try and make it better. So congratulations on that.
Thank you, Robert. Yeah, actually, I will announce at the end. We see that despite on everything, like we see that our service actually needed more. We have more clients, and we have more like when war started, we didn't know what to expect, how it will be, right? But then seeing these beautiful couples that meet, and given this beautiful perspective to it's okay to new couples that we create, and I'm as a woman just so happy because like I had Joy, who've been with me in all these crazy times, and I wish every of our lady has this strong shoulder next to her, and we really wants to help them to meet their right man who will be there for her, especially in these difficult times of them.
Oh, I bet.
So are you still searching?
I'm sorry.
Are you still searching for Ukrainian?
Yes. Yeah, still searching. Just haven't quite connected yet.
And what's your plan? Or like
plan changes all the time. Right now, I'm from a personal standpoint, I've taken a sabbatical from work, and I'm traveling a lot. In fact, going over to Greece here next week. So, who knows what will happen out there? But when I return, I'll probably be making more decisions on where my future takes me.
Yeah, I see. So you were like very actively looking, or just if it will happen, it happened. And for how long? How many years?
Too many. But I hate to admit it, but I do join the websites that you don't recommend every once in a while, just for possibilities. I know I've connected with some women through them, but it's not the best strategy in the world. and I think that part of my desire to go to Ukraine and visit the country was in hopes of meeting somebody organically over there. So
Yeah.
that's why I need the war to get over soon to come visit again. And if other people on the call haven't been there, I highly recommend it. So
Yeah. Thank you, Robert. Yeah. I mean, you see, yeah, guys, organically, I believe this is the best way actually to, to meet your soulmate. But those, like, now, I mean, I don't encourage nobody, I haven't been not one day, in, like, I left 1 week before war started, but it still affect me so, like, hard. Of course, like my parents still there, and my heart goes with them. And all my friends now relocated within Europe, in different places. And yeah, but I mean, still having, um, you know, I mean, the thing that I see and value in, like, what we do, that guys with us who've been, I don't know, for this journey actively or not actively, for years, they with us it's happened within the first year, like super quickly. A lot of marriages happen from the first introduction, because the thing and the work we was doing, it's not happened after war. It's actually was, making for like 27 years, collecting word of mouth referral, girls who, ladies that was coming to me, different ages, right? Ladies, just those who, got married with us and then tell her friends, because they also have hard time, ladies to find, they have hard, it's almost impossible for them actually to find decent marriage agency in Ukraine. And that's what I was facing, when I was, my dream work was from childhood. We had this TV television program, Love from the First Sight, and it was my favorite. I was always watching it, and trying to guess who will choose whom and why. And yeah, and then when I become adult, I was always attracted to, like, Western culture and, like, different languages, and just, I don't know, my soul was craving, and I wanted to create couples, and I was not able to find, marriage agency that actually create couple. That's a problem. So that's why I say this safest way will be just live in Ukraine. But of course, not now. It's just like you measure, your life, and, like, there is still opportunity. Like, I'm doing music now with my my colleague, and he say, you never know, like, if I will wake up tomorrow, and, like, knowing this, talking about this, it's make me, like, very, but that's what it is. So, and I'm happy that we have this song. Yeah. And, okay, sure, it's so you awesome.
talented.
So loud, yeah. But it's still, still you wanted to. It's still you want to bring this, opportunity of hope, for those ladies of us, and any ladies that open and within the right set of mind and mood, and open, for dating, because, like, we have, since war started, we have I don't know, like, especially at the beginning, we have like 20% of the women that we was reach out, they was like, I don't want you to delete me from database, but I'm just like, honestly, now I'm not in, like, I'm going through so much stress that I'm not ready now for a relationship. It was like 20% of lady response. So we start to have those, and of course we don't delete, but we just wanted her to take care, or like she has some move, from one place to another. She say, no, I just, like, I don't want to, I just need to take care of where I will be first leave, and then, then I will, I will be open. So it just was very normal, very honest, response. We all, like, very open with our ladies. And Yeah, and I appreciate that, we have this beautiful ability to help men so quickly, those who, who's serious about this intent, because sometimes, it's just, I see guys want, but then there's some doubts and fear, they like holding them, so they like put their toe in a, in the water a little bit and they see how they feel.
Yes.
So it's, yeah, it's it's journey, for some faster, everything happened, for some longer, but anyway.
It is. It's. I think you nailed it there. We're saying a lot of men are probably would rather dip their toe first, and to overcome that, it's takes faith, I guess.
Yeah, and I know one of the biggest one. It sounds crazy, but it's just really one of the biggest fears of a lot of guys. Just actually fear of success. What if I will meet myself soulmate? How my life will change? Because really it will change.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure.
For a lot of guys who used to live like a bachelor, for like 10, 20 years, now having other person, in your home, because this is not just like, relationship distance, they're looking for a real relationship, right? To live
Exactly.
physically, to be together with man. And so guys afraid how it affect their life,
Mhm.
and really here, but there is nothing to, there is no other technique to overcome your fears, just going, facing them and going
Okay.
into them. Yeah, it's just understanding this is all, illusions, and they just holding you back, like paralyzing you, like your soul crave and wish, to have love, and like, oh, I am frozen a little bit. Yeah, and what, you know, who is managing your life, your brain, or or yeah, and just, yeah, being aware of that, and just needing changes, because like really we live in a life where it's not only about women, we sabotaging our dreams, sabotaging our, soul desires, but that's where our power and like is, right?
Well, and I think from what I've seen about your agency, that you delve into that with each individual, so
Yeah.
that you can help them understand where they're at and what they're looking for.
Yeah, I believe a big part of success of our clients, it's actually having personal coaching support, of Ukrainian women who, who can navigate, like I, so naturally for me, like, to talk about Ukrainian women needs, because I'm one of them. I live all my life there. Like it's just, it's you don't need to go to Google to find answers, right? You just like everything intuitively. And then, yeah, and yeah, I believe this is one of the very important element of guy success. That's why we include this, win woman, you call it probably, who is there for you, and just like, yeah, all our coaches, when we collect our team, we always like do testing. And so all our coaches, they have the first like nurturing need, of helping people. This is their main value, and so those people who really on you on this journey, wanted you to be successful more than even you, and helping you to overcome your procrastination and all these things. That's a big part of success of man. Yeah.
Well, thank you for the time. Unfortunately, I do have to go though.
Yeah,
Will
Robert.
this be on?
Nice to meet you. Mhm.
Will this be recorded and online?
It's right here. You're online.
True, but afterwards, after you're done,
Yeah, we here like we don't. Yeah, it's just there, but it will be very long live stream, so I don't think somebody will be rewatching it. Maybe just at the beginning. Yeah.
okay.
So it's okay. It's just guys need to know that. Yeah, don't worry. It's out of your comfort zone, but it's nice having different life experience, right? Thank you for
Yes.
joining, Robert. Thank you for your story and encouragement. And I wish you to wish your soulmate. And if you have questions, just like personal, you're welcome to come on our matchmaking consultation. as I said, like it's private. It's not, it's not live stream. Okay, so you can talk about your specific worries or like things, like how your questions. We'll be happy to help you. Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Bye bye. Have a good day. Charlie, I'm not sure when you was yeah. Hi again. When you was disconnected, I'm not sure if you heard, but I finished everything, and maybe better you watching the recordings, because second time to repeat it will be not very good idea, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I lost connection about halfway through. I seen your
Yeah.
hand going, you're talking, but I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah,
So,
you can hear. Okay, but it will be in recording, so you can just go back in live stream and just open, and just watch, basically answer your questions. And I just wanted to summarize, like, will be expenses of course to this journey, because at least one time you need to fly to her, to meet her in Europe. But then yeah,
is it
but
better
then
if you go to a different country?
uh actually, you meet just the lady that you have already a relationship. You don't fly to just nobody, because the way we do this one time relationship. So you build relationship to a certain level, then you fly to meet her. And of course, you don't go to Ukraine. Ladies, they all know that if they want to meet, they go outside of Ukraine. They meet so in Poland or any border that will be both of you working. But we have a lot of ladies that already in Europe, so you just go where she's living, because this is traditional culture, and she wants first you fly, you meet her, and everything will go well. Then second trip, normally our couples, they just apply for documents, and then second trip she's flying to you already, and then you just continue to build your relationship organically. Yeah.
Right. So, do you guys have assistance with the immigration paperwork?
Uh, mm, we have agencies that we recommend to apply, that was opening for me Canadian visa. They're very professional, highly professional, but like, just by this program. But then I think just step by step everything, first she just easily can come by this refugee program. It's very easy to get approved by it. But then I don't recommend guys to be like very in a hurry to get married. You need to take your time to get to know each other, right? To establish, to you know to really know each other, right? You don't want to be in a hurry with very serious life decisions. Yeah.
I think that's one of the problems nowadays, because you hear of so many couples getting divorced and being single parents and that sort of thing. I'm a Christian fella,
Mm-hmm.
so I know that when you get married, it's supposed to be for life, and a lot of times, especially in the U.S., it just doesn't happen. I mean, that's why I'm looking outside the U.S., because I think the dynamic culture that we have, uh, the divorce is becoming more commonplace. It's easier to get divorced than it is to get married. Um, so I think that, and I think that Ukrainian women have a different perspective on marriage, like they want it to be for the rest of their life, and so that means the dynamics of the relationship has to be different. And unfortunately, guys in the U.S., it's hard to come by that experience. I mean, that's what they want, but it's the experience of it is just so hard. And going overseas, it seems like it just makes it more difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe it add more expenses, but then you just, when you look at all your expenses and what you spending money on, and thinking how, how important that, who is next to you, right? Like,
Right.
having fulfilling relationship where you on the same path of life values, vision for what is family about, like. And I agree with you here, like, I was watching recently, Joe sent me video where, American woman was getting married, and she was repeating after pastor, I guess, words. And when he comes to like, be with you when you poor, and she was like, poor, she was like against you, like her facial expression, everything was like. And I was like, why then you getting married? Like, what's your expectations? Like, it will be just rainbow and like, and I was like, I don't get this, like it just this is commitment, right?
Yeah.
What's relationship? It doesn't mean that you will not have challenges and everything can happen, but like when two people come in relationship from love to each other and this commitment to make it through, whatever will be, it just give this beautiful fruits of what is true love and relationship about, given, yeah,
Yeah.
just not taking each other for granted, and but just developing your relationship, your love every I have to say that Joe, like 5 years ago and now, he's just like, it's a different level of love and knowing each other and just and it just become like like this wine that with years become more valuable,
Right. And
But
I think that people need to look at what is the purpose of a relationship? Is it just to have kids? Um, I mean, I can remember back or reading letters and stuff from people that were married around the Second World War, and because of the war, the husband and wife got separated, and even the children, and they would come back together 10, 15, 20 years later, and they were able to pick up where they left off. I mean, they had some difficulties, but they were able to pick back up. And I think today, does that same sort of thing happen? Can it happen? And I think that when a couple gets into a relationship, it's about what do they, what is their goal for themselves? What is the goal for their families? And I think on that pretense, um, it can make a difference how the relationship works. I mean, because relationships go up and down and up and down, and you have to learn how to cope with the different situations, especially like right now, the war in Ukraine. It can have an effect on people so many different ways. I mean, I've seen some of your other videos where some of the women that are experiencing the war, like you said, 20% of your population, or not population, your customer base had dropped because of the war. And so, what are the dynamics of the family? How's the war changed that? I mean, do have the dynamics changed where some of the women are just trying to get out of the war, or what the future looks like with if Russia takes over? So there's all those different dynamics that can have an impact on the relationship.
yeah, of course. And I was talking basically today live stream about this, why they live in, and like in my opinion, this is main what they driven is to give protection to children. And yeah, all my live stream, I think the main thing that guys need to be cautious about, it's about whom you dating now. If you're looking for this opportunity to find wife abroad, what quality of those ladies, how you meet them, because there is a lot of, like, if you go on the free website, you don't know really whom you're talking about, who you don't know their intent, and
Yeah.
why our couples work so like quickly, everything happened because like we do this pre-screening work of making sure that we have right intent man, and like they have the same intention of creating a family, right, men and women. And so this is already like pre-selected, and then it's just about like finding the right person, right, with the right life goals, interests, like all these things, having feelings to each other, right, attraction, and it's all part of this journey. But yeah, when I know that it's a big fear of guys, afraid that women can take advantage, be desperate, and just like jump to anyone. And guys should be afraid of that, but not with our women, because statistically, what we saw, because we didn't know how it will be, right? But now we have statistics after 2 years of operating. We see that when we do introduction. Men to introduce to ladies, we don't have this acceptance rejection rate, which is mean how many ladies say yes to men and how many say no. It didn't change. So obviously, if they would be desperate, our ladies, they would say yes to everyone who, choose them, because we have so small number of clients compared to how many ladies we have. So like some of them waiting 5 years to be chosen by someone. So if they would be desperate and wanted to take really advantage, they would say this first possibility, yes, I just wanted to get out, like with anyone. But that's not the case. Like last live stream, we have our client who got 3 years from 10. And this is real, real, this is real women. They say yes if they see possibly, they looking at the general profile of the man, where he's living. Sometimes like ladies say, oh, Australia too far away, even I like this man, I understand I cannot go so far away, or yeah, just like different reasons they evaluate generally. But then if she see this profile, like she's, she like how men, she like general picture, she can possibly imagine herself, being in the future in the man's country where he lives. And I don't know. So like she say yes for introduction. And then when we do introduction call, it's like 50%. Sometimes couple both, into each other and they start a relationship. Sometimes one of the sides say, I want to move ahead, like, or a woman just say, sorry, I'm not interested. Or man say, no, it's just not what I expect, or it just, yeah, it's normal. We don't push nobody, right? It should be mutual spark, there.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the relationship dynamics have changed so much over the years, and especially with the internet, you can make contact with not just Ukraine, and not just the U.S., but women from all over the world.
Yeah.
So it's instead of having maybe a few 100,000 or 1 million people to make contact with, now you've got 8 billion or 8.5 billion. So the relationships have changed, and I think that like the things that you guys are doing with this business and with the Ukraine women, because the dynamics of the women are different, or dynamics of women in the Ukraine are different than the women in the U.S. It attracts more guys from all over the world because they're looking for the kind of relationship that Ukraine women want to have for themselves, and the guys want to have for themselves. So it sounds like to me there'd be a good mix, just because of the different cultures. And I think that that men looking at the Ukraine women, and they're wanting the same sort of family dynamics, if you will, have more of an interest or attraction to each other. I mean, men and women are different, right? I mean, women see things differently than men do. Some women prefer to stay home and look after the home and the family. Women prefer to go out to work. So I think those dynamics can have an impact on the relationship. And I think it's important for the couple or each individual to have the same sort of desires.
100%. I cannot agree with you more. And I see our services, our mission actually to actually match, those people from different continents, because we have clients from America, Canada, UK, Australia, like in Europe, some countries that actually have this, vision for family with a more traditional, point of view on a family, right? Traditional values. So our clients mostly, they grew up in traditional families, they want this type of relationship, and so our ladies want the same, right? And that's why even those ladies that relocated to Europe, they have hard time to find, right match, because they just don't see that it there, it's not a lot of men with traditional values, so they need our help, and they're asking. And even if they live in, in Europe, they want us to pre-screen man, and like making sure he's serious. He just don't want, to play around with her, like,
Yep.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Charlie, thank you very much for your questions, and you're welcome to come on our consultation where you can more privately, because this is live stream, talk about your your quest and get probably Lubo or Jana, our coach, who will be answering all your questions more detailed if you need. Okay.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
thank you for your information and the time, and I think you
Mhm.
guys are doing a wonderful job. And I like the fact that you guys have these video conferences so
Mhm.
that you can answer some of the questions that guys may have.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
especially because you're a Ukrainian woman, so you know how a lot of the women would feel and how the guys would feel. So
Mhm.
I think you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you, Charlie. Thank you very much. Take care. Have a good day. I will invite you. Joe, you want to now? There is a John. Can I invite John, or you want to be here now?
Oh, just quickly, honey. You hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, just give me the full screen for a few minutes, okay? I just want to share with guys, hey guys, isn't Anna doing an awesome job? I just want to share with you what's coming up on Mail Order Bride Scams channel. Because I see some of you guys even coming on live, you're saying like, was it Robert? I can't resist going to some of those sites and chatting with the girls. Well, listen, this is called the Dirty Old Man Scam Hack, and we're doing it for all the top 99 proven scam sites. And we're starting with, starts with an A, because we don't talk trash on this channel, but it's the biggest scam site. We're starting with that one on Wednesday. That one is going to be a mind bender of epic proportions. Wait till you see the story. And suffice it to say, when you do the scam hack, you will see the inside of the agency. Like, you will see, it'll be clear as a nose on your face, okay, that it's a scam site, because you'll see what they're doing to you on a dummy account. Well, we register you as a dirty old man, 71 years age, likes to do all kind of dirty things in the profile, like, and you have 18 to 21-year-olds all over him, hundreds of emails. Okay, so we're going to do that on Mail Order Bride Scams YouTube channel. You're going to learn what are the top scam sites. You'll see with your own eyes how the scams, work and everything like that. Also, I just wanted to say that we are growing leaps and bounds, and so we're hiring 5 positions. And if you want to apply for those 5 positions, there is a video and a link to apply in the description below this video after we're done live. And yeah, please apply. Check out, I did a video talking about the 5 different positions that we're looking to hire for. That's great. Thank you, babe. I'm done with those little announcements, and you have another live guest. That's exciting.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're doing awesome, baby.
Yeah. You might whine. Bye-bye.
I'm your big fan.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Okay, let's welcome John here. Hi, John.
Hi. Thank you, Anna. Anya. Do you go by Anna or Anya? Or both?
Oh, it doesn't matter. My friends call me Anya. Here I'm Anna. We're official.
Right. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit distracted right now because I'm trying to see if I can get this to open on my... I had to download Chrome on my laptop because I know that's going to be a better experience. I'm on my phone right now, but I may be switching over to my laptop real quick. And I think that should work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if there could be use your camera, allow. Okay. I'm getting all these boxes that I'm clicking off here. Oh, there you go. Okay. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see my twin. You're gonna see my my stunt double coming up here, I think. Oh, sorry. Okay.
You need to turn off one.
There you go.
Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. That's better. Much better.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you for having me on.
You're welcome.
So, am I supposed to? I just saw I've been following Match Guarantee on and off for, I don't know, 3 years. I had a initial session with who was it?
Luba, I think.
Luba, yeah, you're correct. So, anyways, I don't know if I should be asking questions or what I should, if there was like a theme for this, or if I'm just supposed to be asking questions.
how you feel. Yeah, normally just our like live stream, I'm just delivering content on this topic, right? But this is Q&A, and I just wanted to just not preparing only content that I want, but actually be open for you to answer your questions if you have about this journey or anything that bother you, or just anything that you want to share.
Yeah, no, I know that for example, I don't have any questions about Match Guarantee, what you're doing, how you're trying to provide statistical experience and not this hit and miss, and just try to strain out the inefficiency, and the $5,000 whatever, that's shouldn't really be an issue. I mean, I get it, but I get all that. And I guess one of the questions I have is, or one of the really question, it's more of like a stumbling block I would say I have, is when I was had my session with Lyuba, I mentioned, well, the reason I came to Match Guarantee is because I'm an American who nevertheless have become Orthodox. And so I'm just thinking, well, I mean, I can see these are, like you're saying, vetted women, and I have enough friends from places like Russia, Ukraine, Serbia. I kind of understand the dynamic, and I gravitate towards, I'm an American, but I don't feel like I'm not that American because of that. And so one of the things that came up was that I said, well, I'm interested, I'm 55, been divorced for about 8 years. I have 6 kids, but I'm open to having more kids. And when I mentioned that I'm interested in, meeting somebody, Lyuba was like, are you crazy? Like most of these women like sleep with somebody before they get married. Like they want to know who they're marrying. Like, well, I mean, that's not, she said we might have 1 or 2 ladies that, want to preserve that before marriage. So for me, when I hear, okay, traditional families, like to me, this is a traditional, I mean, I'm not ignorant. I mean, this is the world we live in. But I found that was kind of the, I don't know if it's so much of a turnoff, because I understand these are quality ladies. You don't just go by one thing as the entire criteria. But for example, like I've had interest in meeting somebody from, for example, like the Philippines, because I've met a handful of people who are like, yeah, I don't want to sleep with anybody before I get married, because they hold that standard. So having said that, I guess that's just what my, like I don't want to waste my time with that, because for me that's kind of non-negotiable, right?
Yeah, I understand. We just have last live stream our client who joined us like this, on camera, and he's Christian, strong Christian man, and he was asking us how to. He has the same, like, not negotiable, just the same. How you see it, relationship and everything. And he was asking us how to approach women about this, and we very. I mean, you see, there is like most of our ladies, they, they Christian, that Christian Orthodox, but they not like the way churches work in Ukraine is very different from the West,
right?
And people more like most of people, they just they feel this connection with the God, they believe in God, they like but just not follow like rituals or like. But it's more reflect on their like life values, and how they they behave and like how they see. But we have ladies, like I know personally one lady that joined, there are invite actually, to join agency, and she said, she told me, will I be able to meet men like that who will be willing to to wait until marriage, because this is my not negotiable. So we have ladies like that as well. It's just not mainstream, I would say, because it just depends on on ladies' values. And I believe, and we have actually one marriage of our couple where woman wanted to wait, and man was freaking out about that. He was like, how I can marry you, I don't know what to expect, maybe. And we was like, working with man and woman and talking, but then at the end of the day, he because he loved her, he understood it's her, it's her thing, and if he want to be with her, then he need to be willing to wait.
Right.
And so he've done this, and then he was so grateful and so happy and feel so blessed, and so happy they still together, this couple. And so I mean, it happening, it's just not mainstream, and maybe that's why Luba said that,
Right.
and what I believe that it's important to know you're not negotiable, and just looking for a person who is matched with your, this is your values, that's who you are.
Right.
Yeah, but here what's tricky, and that's why Jose, he offered to be his coach also, this existing client, to help the way men will approach women about this. This woman, both these cases that I described, she didn't say this on the first date, to him, like, that's my negotiable, and if not interested, goodbye, like this.
Yeah, exactly.
First you just build, you build this connection, sincere, interest in each other. If it's there, it just continue to build this emotional base of your relationship, and when women fall in love with men, she will be very understanding, especially Ukrainian woman, and as I said, it's not something that exists in Ukraine, like body count or all those things. Women try to it's not something that somebody will brag, or it's actually opposite. Everybody will try to hide and not tell, and wish it will be one man for life. But unfortunately, it happened. There is I said, I believe in Ukraine, most of divorces happen because of too young people getting married. They don't know themselves, and just immaturity, and those things that where they grow up and understanding, and maybe lack of also spiritual base, understanding what is marriage about, those things, like too young. And and so I believe there is I believe there is an expression for every for every man and woman. There is some right match exists in the world, but the problem that you just need to be patient and know what you want, because a lot of men fail because actually they don't know what they want, and it's also not given. And again, the way men will approach, if man, for example, I don't know, afraid of financial, if he wants to approach her to sign up a prenup because he's so damaged from his past divorce and everything he went through, again, it doesn't mean he will not be successful with Ukrainian woman. No, it's just about how he will approach her on that, right? And so I believe that when people have sincere interest in each other, loving feelings to each other, they much more into understanding what's behind every of our not negotiable, as you say, right? Yeah. And so if, for example, woman wants children, she never been mother, and man don't want, so it's a deal breaker, obviously. So that's why we have this unlimited introduction, because people need not just be it's nice that people have sincere intention of creating family, but then there's so much things you need to figure out if you're really a match for each other, actually create this foundation, and vision for each other, if there is a vision for future.
So I guess my question would be whether, from your perspective, whether, even though what Lyuba said, are you crazy? These women all they're just, it's common, I get it, it's common. And whether that's really not even, it's not the issue that I may think it would be, because, well, maybe this person will meet me and say, hey, I'll give you an example so that you can kind of understand. Here in the U.S., there have some Orthodox monasteries have started, and they were started by an old priest monk from Greece. He started all these monasteries, and people are like, what is this? This is very, unique and different. So to kind of cut to the chase, I was talking to some Serbian ladies the other day. They're all married, but they came to the U.S. because of the war in Bosnia Herzegovina, and even like Russian ladies that were just kind of minding their own business, and then they stumbled across this place and they said, I could have never imagined I would have been here. It's like my life was totally changed by this experience, and it's like I would never, people that left their country and like were displaced, and there's like, wow, I don't want to go back now.
Mm-hmm.
So anyways, it's sort of I almost have a feeling like I may be my own worst enemy, my own limitation, when it comes to I guess really the next point, or the other question is whether for Ukrainian women and just women traditionally in general, it's difficult for somebody like me to recognize, like if you are going to give everything for your wife and lay down your life for her, she'll follow you. I don't know if it's that simple, right? It's like I was talking to a guy earlier today. He's Greek American, but he said, like as he always heard growing up, he says, "You like the girl, you marry her."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And if it's just that simple, and the woman sees the man's vision and says, like, I'll follow you, I'll follow you because I'm not a woman. I don't know that, and so if it's that simple, or it's not that simple in today's world, because it's not like he's saying that from a world where you have, a lot of connections between families. So it's, you have more extended family. You're talking about a situation now where, like in my case, talking about coming to the Ukraine. Hey, like I've got some family here, mostly my kids, but it's not like you're coming to the big extended family and all that. I've got, family through the Orthodox family, right, that I have, and that's very warm and extended and in that regard. But in terms of realizing whether, for example, through the Philippines or through Ukraine or any of these places where family is, family's been largely decimated in a lot of ways in the United States, where they teach you in school that the most important thing is the nuclear family. And so when I'm a kid and I'm going to my friend's house who's Greek, I'm like, why is their grandmother living with them? And he's like, why does nobody have their grandmother living with them? So again, we're living in today's world with its constraints and its particularities, but that's just kind of what my observations and my, realizing that I don't have, I've got big family in other places, but not where I live.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I see. Yeah, the other thing that I see, we have a lot of Christian fellows, clients, and the challenging part for them, it's just like Ukrainian women afraid when men if he's like, I don't know, we have like guy who started to read Bible with her, even he never met her, like young
Yeah.
man, and it just like she felt like overwhelmed, they're afraid, like they're afraid what they don't know, they're afraid of fanatical things, so I
Exactly.
believe there is like the way that approach men approach women to everything, like first you just build this base of mutual interest. Of course you don't want to build it like if you see that she's atheistic. Also I don't remember if you have any like in our database, but you just need to understand like where she's at. But then like I don't believe it should come from like you're not going to become my wife if you're not visiting church with me every week. It's just not the way. She will wanted to have all experiences with you if if she see that this is part of you, you enjoying it, like we I'm going with Joe, and I'm so happy that he introduced me to, church in Ukraine. Even like my mama flew recently here. We was taking her to church here. She didn't understand nothing, but she enjoyed, like atmosphere, songs, and like I felt like she was even crying. And she said, "I come back to Ukraine, and I will find church like that, and I will be going, in Kiev." And so that's why I believe that how introduction should be, not by, like putting ultimatums or like, and that's where guys need coaching really here, just not coming from fear or like, the dominating, I see this like that, and that's all. No, but generally, women of course need to be open and like spiritual. There should be place for, believing in God, but it just, the way you build your relationship here. As I said, we have two types of, as when I started to talk about this scenarios in our database, when woman wants, actually it's two types. Yeah, two times women want, right? And in two scenarios, man was yeah. But you see, now we have men, and you also like expressing the same things how you land. So you see, we have, but it's just not major, not major thing. But yeah, and it's not just something that woman will write in her profile. Joe wants to join us right here. You want, you want Joe? Hello.
Hey guys. Hey, I'm back. Just partaking in my breakfast.
Where's the pie for us? Is that a piece of pie, Joe?
No. It's good old-fashioned bacon and eggs. Bacon and eggs. But listen, I just wanted to chime in quickly. Your name was? Sorry, I didn't catch it.
John.
John. Hi, John. So, John, I can certainly speak to this topic because I'm born again Christian, as I think everybody knows, as is Anna. And when I was dating in Ukraine, I learned the hard way. Exactly the tip that Anna is saying. Don't become fanatical about it. Don't push it on them. And so my hack that I used was I just said, "Hey, I'm going to church on Sunday. Would you like to come with me?" And it worked great because I took him to a Baptist church, Hillsong Baptist Church in Kiev. And some of the ladies were great with it. And some almost like did a 360 and bolted. They're like, "This is a rock concert. It's not a church." Right. And they were very rigid minded. And it was a great litmus test that like quickly I could see, well, okay, this lady is not a fit for me and my beliefs, right?
Yeah.
And on your question about will Ukrainian women wait, my experience was not what Luba said at all. In fact, I had one relationship that I had for a year that I dated her like 3-4 times a week, and I couldn't even hold her hand for a month. And she was a Christian girl. Oh, Anna goes now. But I'm very lucky that she's so supportive of me talking about exes when it helps clients like you, John. But
right.
I dated a lot of ladies that were, fine for waiting if I wanted to, kind of thing, So certainly, when you look at this question and you compare America or Canada and Ukraine, it's hands down that women are more open to waiting and respect, in fact, a man that's not trying to get in their pants out of the gate,
Exactly.
as compared to America. That's So I support you're looking in the right place as a Christian man for traditional values, and it's not all women like this. But one other tip I have: put it in your introductory letter with us, right? So you're going to choose 10 ladies from the website, and then you invite them out, and you get, say, the guy that came on, Profilio, or is a guy that's coming on as a client. Same your exact question as last time. And yeah, that's the link right there. Woo, the link right there.
Yeah.
To book a free consultation with Luba or Jana, get a coaching call. We can get all your questions answered. Where was I going with that? Lost my train of thought. Help me. Where was I, John? What was the last thing I said?
You were talking about the just starting about the having something booked, having your introduction letter.
Oh yeah. Thanks. That So you send your letter to the 10 ladies and your photos and stuff like that. And then based on a brief questionnaire, your letter and some photos, they say yes or no, right? So say like the last guy, he got 3 yeses from 10. So 3 yeses, 7 no's. I would put in that letter, because if you're a strong Christian guy, just put, again, lightly word it. Don't word it really heavy, but just say I'm a Christian man, and I put God first. Like, it's very important to me that my wife also be Christian and want to attend church and live according to Christian principles. You can put something like this. Like I was sharing with Anna, I'm surprised she didn't share, but when we met, one of the things that caused her to like fall for me, if you will, is that we had a conversation, and I said, she could maybe remember better, but I said, maybe we're talking about traditional values or traditional roles in a marriage, maybe. And, okay, you tell the rest of the story. Okay,
No,
you tell the rest of the story.
You have both in your life.
Bacon and eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bacon eggs getting cold, but yeah. Okay, you tell the story, honey.
No, I just said that you have both in your life, and I said, "Who is that?" And you say, "God," and I was like, "Oh wow, I have the same boss," something like this. And I was like, I was looking for, for this type
You
of
guys don't mind if I partake, right?
No, go ahead.
this triangle where you have God, in relationship. But
good old bacon.
Oh, Joseph, so bon appetit.
Okay, baka.
Yeah. So
he can stay on. He can stay on. Tell him to stay on. I'm serious. I'll have questions for him too. Unless it's okay. I mean, I'm fine with him. I know you're not supposed to eat in front of your guests, but we'll make an exception. It's bacon. Forget about it. It's bacon.
And the thing is, when we were growing up, they said bacon is terrible for you. It's a heart stopper. But you know what? That turns out that's bullshit, right? Anyway, and eggs too. Just saying.
Bacon, WD-40, and duct tape. I mean, what else do you need? But just besides a good wife.
But it's important to finish up this topic. Anna and I remember now, we were talking about family hierarchy, right? Mm-hmm. Family power or decision responsibility hierarchy, and Christians have to comply with the toughest hierarchy for a man, because what did God say? What did Christ say? He said, "Men, you are to love your wives as Christ loved the church." Well, that's a pretty tall bar, right? So our boss is God, right, as the foundation of the family base. Then God, then the man, because he's the final say and the head of the household. Right. And then the woman, the wife, and then the children, right? And that's the family hierarchy for the Christian world. And the thing is, this hierarchy is still in full play in Ukraine. I'm not saying 100%, of course, but it's in play many times, like it's many-fold more, this hierarchy in Ukraine than in the Western world. Yeah,
I understand.
Whether it's 300% more, 500% more, 1,000% more, I don't know, but it's a many-fold, a lot more in play. Traditional values and this hierarchy.
My experience, my perspective, given what I've gone through in life, the reason I'm interested in, for example, Ukraine or Philippines, where they don't have any confusion about the male and the female, and I'm more interested in Orthodox cultures. Anna, it's okay. He's just eating bacon. Come on. But that in I sort of kind of ran into the Orthodox Church one day and realized that, for example, the reason that you have such a strong culture is because of the sacrifice of the men and the fact that there's no ambiguity about the male and the female. And now that's seen as backwards, but it's like that's where the resiliency of the marriage and the society and the family comes from. I mean, the best, I think one of the best examples that I've come across, and also, for example, in the life of, like in the Serbian people, for example, you cannot understand the Serbian people without understanding, on the one hand, that when you hear about the the Battle of Kosovo, you have the Tsar or the Emperor. He's in charge of 77,000 men, and he has a decision to make as to whether, this is the abbreviated form, but he's faced with the Muslims coming into their country, and he prayed to God and he said, well, give me the victory, right, in the battle. And then God sent an angel to him and said, well, you have two choices. You can go into battle and win, and you'll rout the Muslims, and that's it, right? But then within a short time, your identity, your people will like lose it because you chose the earthly victory. But if you go into battle and you lay down your lives, right? They didn't just go like, hey, chop our heads off or whatever. They fought to the end, but they knew that that's what they were going. But he had to make the decision for everybody, right? He had to make the decision not just for himself. This is 77,000 men, their families.
Yeah.
That's what they decided to do. So in one day, 77,000 men died, and the world sees this as total, stupidity. But the Muslims never went any further. That's where they stopped. So, I mean, that's something out of that's something out of a book, right? But that's why I'm interested. I get it, like these things about the people in Ukraine, the people in Russia, the people in Eastern Europe have been through generations and generations of suffering, and they've survived. So they're gold. And I mean, there's a base level to me. There's now a base level of Christianity in the people that whether they know that they have it or not. That's why I'm attracted to it. Period. That's it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And if I can just chime in and say on the topic today, guys, because this poll is blowing my mind. It's about 50-50. Half of you guys think, and it's 100 votes now. That's our most votes ever. So it's a hot topic. But about half you guys are saying, yeah, Ukrainian woman should, Ukrainian wife should leave Ukraine, take care of herself, get herself to safety, even though her husband is fighting at war, but she has children, likely. And she should go. Or half of you guys are saying, no, she should stay home. She should stay home and live in a war-torn country where she and her children can die. You guys are blowing my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Excuse my French, but you guys, please don't apply to Match Guarantee. I don't want you guys as clients because it can't help you. You understand? We do these live streams for a real reason. We select our clients, and our clients are successful like this for a reason. We see it. And the very fact that you would say this, you say this to any of our coaches, Ukrainian lady coaches, you question the fact that why a Ukrainian wife left Ukraine. I mean, they won't even accept you as a client for one. And here, I want to add something else that's very important. What do you think the Ukrainian husband wants for his wife and children? Do you think he wants her to stay in Ukraine and risk her life and the lives of his children, or get out of Ukraine? I wish I had that poll question. Because if you think one Ukrainian man, even 1 out of 10, wants her to stay, you're out of your mind. You don't understand the culture. You don't understand Slavs. You don't understand masculinity, because this is not masculinity. The man is going to fight for his country, for his family, right? It just again blows my mind.
Yeah, I was talking about this at the beginning.
Did you talk about that?
Yeah, I was talking because I like from all my happily married couples that my friends, it was disaster because man was insisting for her to go, and she was crying and didn't want to go, but then she has to choose, to like safety and security for children, like, and he was like, this is for a long time, you have to go, like, and they have to, and they, again, because traditional culture, they listen at the end of the day to husband and they go, but it was heartbreaking, but it was initiated actually by men, because men, they they have the strength in them, they're not crying about this like a baby, I stay here and you go, like, oh, poor me. No, that actually they come from their strengths to to take care about people whom they love, and they want them to be in safety.
Yeah.
with the least possible emotional damage from everything,
Yeah.
So they was actually pushing them, they was driving them to the border and like, go, you go, I'm good, we will figure out way, from like,
Uh-huh.
and that's how it was, and so yeah.
By the way, what do
Great.
you guys think of? What do you think of the T-shirt? Do you check it
I
out?
noticed that. I noticed that. Don't get any bacon on it, Joe.
Yeah. I know it's my special T-shirt. I only wear on special occasions.
I'll share something that a Serbian friend of mine said.
Sure.
His wife and kids he's Serbian American, but still has tons of family in Serbia, and so his wife and kids were there in Serbia, and he asked his wife, how's it going there and everything, and he said, the men here are so handsome, right? But she said it had nothing to do. He says they're so gentle, right? But they're at the same time they'll die like that. And so I'm saying this because this is what I need to know. And like, if there's the people who said 50% said that the wife should stay in Ukraine, you got to learn from these kind of men. You need to. I mean, these are just words right now. What do I do? What do I do to show that? That's up to me. But and I mean, my perspective on it is that historically, I mean, Kiev is the heart of those people, of the people of Rus, because Kiev and people of Ukraine are Rus, right? So this is like a civil war to pit brother against brother that's sown by the enemy, and it's just a tragedy that traditionally, this is one, as far as I can tell, as a remote bystander, right? I've never been there, but I understand the history that Kiev is the heart of the whole thing, and it's like this is attack at the heart of people, so. And there's more spiritual significance to it than I think people are willing to recognize, and then suddenly everybody's an expert on Ukraine and Russia. These people have 900 years of history, and suddenly you've got somebody like me or somebody saying, so.
Oh, Joseph, maybe there is a very patriotic person. So, Joe, could it be looked at from angle of patriotism? Patriotism make work.
I mean, what do you mean by that? I mean, could what be looked at? Could what be looked at?
If somebody
come
else
on camera, Santos, come on camera. You're a heavy commenter. Come on.
Yeah, you can take.
You know what? And by the way, John, kudos to you for coming on camera, and all the other guys that came on camera today. It's really, you see, it's such a richer experience having a dialogue. Oh, excuse me, well brought up, but I wasn't. It's just a natural conversation. It's like I'm having breakfast, John. Like we could be sitting across the table from me. It's just a natural dialogue. It's so much more in depth, right, than comments, right? Like that comment. I'm not sure what he means exactly, Santos. I'm not sure, how exactly going to spin can it be looked at by patriotism. So I really encourage you guys to be bold like these guys and, do a video cam share. It's our new way of doing the Saturday lives. You guys are welcome to come in right after, Anna presents or I present the information or the topic, come on in and have a chat. Yeah.
If you get somebody else to come on, just take me off, and I've had my say.
I like having threesomes actually. It's guys, get your heads out of the gutter now. Come on.
Trinity.
Here's a story of a man named Joe. It's like the Brady Bunch. It's like Match Guaranty Brady Bunch. He was eating bacon in front of his guest. You really shouldn't
until his wife
He's gonna
saw what he was doing, and then he was on the couch again.
Anna made that beautiful breakfast.
Oh, hey, this is a lady. I Love Farts is a lady that wants to join us, Anna. Hey, email us. I Love Farts. Email us at info@matchguarantee, and we're happy to add you to the database if you're looking for a serious man, right? So cool. Yeah.
Just tell I Love Farts that if belching was an Olympic sport, I would have been retired probably 20 years ago, and I would be doing pro commenting on ESPN. So I'm the man for you, lady.
Okay.
And you see, I eat like a farmer, right? I eat like the farmer I am.
You can
shovel it.
You can
Trying to keep some And to keep smiling, because you see, cultural lesson, guys. It's rude in Ukraine to eat in front of other people that are not eating. If other people are not eating, so I can see her twitching. Can you see her twitching, basically? I mean, she's covering her twitching with smiles and stuff like that. But she's like, "Oh, Joseph, what are you doing? So rude."
Yeah, don't do this in introduction call or something. Sometimes guys come and they eat in.
Oh yeah,
like very bad.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that in front of the ladies. Yeah, don't do that.
You teach now the wrong thing to the guys. Yeah.
Us blokes can get away with that, but yeah, not the ladies.
Yeah. I mean, if you're later in a relationship and you both like decided to do this virtual date where you both eat and drink, it's okay, but not like one person eat and another watching. So,
yeah. Yep.
Asking about the restaurant. Everybody wants your bacon, Joe.
It's the white spot in Canada. It's very good. White spot.
Oh yeah.
My favorite spot. And my daughters now too. They love the white spot.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Any more guys wanna join? Thank you, John, for your question.
Thank you very much.
And taking this and giving thoughts to this journey. It's important to find answers to your not negotiable things before you.
Hey John, can I book you in the calendar for a follow up with Luba, or if you want to switch coaches to Jana, you're welcome to as well.
No, yeah, we could do that. I mean, just to give you full context, I have known somebody online for about. I'm kind of a late bloomer, but I'm a little bit stupid too. Long story short,
we all are.
I
called a penis.
Like I said, I think I don't know if you heard it, but I've been divorced for about 8 years, and honestly, for that entire time, up until about a month ago, I still retained some potential for reconciling, just because of the kids and this, and it became absolutely clear that it's dead. It's dead. So I'm now at a point where it's like, I just put it this way. All of my efforts, I'm like, well, if God received these and it doesn't go towards the reconciliation, if it's left, may it be put into the next marriage with accrued interest. So during that whole time, I was in contact with a woman in the Philippines, and I'm pretty, kind of set on going to meet her. So that may just, be the determining factor in the end. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm stringing anybody along or this or that. But obviously, you don't know how God is going to act, where He's going to act. You can't calculate these things. Obviously, the reason I came to Match Guarantee is because I'm Orthodox. These women are traditionally Orthodox, and there's that I don't know, that character and quality to people that haven't been so I don't know, become so, I guess, divorced from family. Honest, I think that's what it is. So I don't
Thanks
know.
for explaining. Yeah, thanks for explaining, John. I would advise you explore, that Filipino connection, and then if that doesn't pan out, then come back to us. Yeah, because
Exactly.
we really believe wholeheartedly at Match Guarantee, and it's what I did, right? I mean, I preach what I did, right? I didn't date multiple women at the same time, because that doesn't give you a real chance at the relationship, right? You sabotage the relationship out of the get-go. So we're one at a time. We're unlimited, right? Lifetime guarantee, unlimited, one at a time. You give it your best go. You put your best foot forward. If that doesn't work out, you get a deal. You got a deal breaker that comes up. Okay, so move on. Sorry, it's not going to work out, and you move on. That's all. But one at a time, and it's the only way I could sleep at night in dealing with working with our ladies too. As far if a Ukrainian woman ever finds out you got another woman, you're so done, so like that. And if we were involved in that,
Yeah.
she'd be done from our agency too. I mean, no self-respecting woman will date a man that's dating somebody else as well.
Understood.
And this is a very heated point in the industry because most matchmakers do not agree with this philosophy. They're like,
Yeah.
So
Well,
I wish you luck. I wish you
thank
to
you,
find your other half. Yeah, and if it pans out that doesn't pan out, yeah, give us a ringle.
Join Anna, thank you very much.
That must be what they say in Canada, eh? A ringle?
Canada,
Did they say that,
yeah,
or did you make that
yeah,
up?
ringle, a ringle dingle.
Thank you for
Thank
all
you,
that you
John.
do.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I continue to follow you guys just because of the work. I do some work on the side with like a financial mentor, and his whole thing is about straining out the potential losers. So by doing that, you get the winners and so what you're doing is very much, you're straining that out of this whole thing, and thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thanks
John.
for the
Our
encouragement.
pleasure. Our pleasure.
Bye-bye.
All the best,
And all
Sean.
the best to you and your girls too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Joseph,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye. You will have surprise now.
What?
We have
What?
surprise here in studio.
Uh-oh. You're making me worried.
Hi, Mark.
Mark. Hello. Dagdila.
I'm already in
Good
my
to see you.
because in Belgium it's already now
Very late or early.
late. Okay,
Very
so
early
already,
in the
I
morning.
was ready to go to sleep, but I just saw on my email, and okay, I will look. I will take my time. And bon appetit, eh? With your
I'm finished now. All done.
yeah, I saw it.
So this
Okay.
is Mark. This is Mark,
Yeah.
our
Thank you.
client.
I got the check. Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm a client, and
Our
it's not-
happy client. With
yes,
relationship.
happy client. And I can say to everybody that now on the stream and listening, I succeed.
Yeah. That's
Joe?
As you see.
I succeed.
No,
yeah.
I succeed.
Succeed.
Train is running fast now.
The train is running fast now.
Yeah, and I don't want to tell all the secrets yet. I keep you excited.
Okay, good. You mean your train, yeah? Your train with your
Yes,
ladies running fast.
Yes,
Oh, good.
yes.
Good. I hope it sounds like one of these will be coming into the picture
You must-
soon.
The first one is
One of
already.
these.
The first is already there.
The first already. Oh, sorry, I can't. Okay,
Don't tell
I won't.
anybody.
Mom's the
Also
word.
the stream,
Mom's the word.
Also the stream. Don't tell. Yeah.
Oh, I'm
it
very happy
happens,
for you, Mark.
It happens with Valentine. Perfect timing.
On Valentine's Day.
Correct.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Good.
Very awesome. I think we had it. I think we had 2 engagements on Valentine's Day. Remember?
Yes.
What's the two clients proposed on Valentine's Day, honey? What was it?
Balloons.
Balloons. Yeah.
Balloons.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Somebody. I didn't do it. There's no balloons. It's digital. So I don't know. I'm like, woo, somebody come into my phone. What happened?
Surprise.
Yeah, that was cool though. Whoever
So,
that. Can you do it
and,
again? Do it again. I like balloons.
I know Jana, she know more, but she was also.
It's a
She must
secret.
keep,
Okay. Yeah.
Keep you both a little bit excited. That's good.
You know what? Ukrainian people are great at keeping secrets. Canadians, not so much.
Okay.
Not so much.
Okay.
Don't
So
tell on
the
the
perfect,
Shana yet.
Well, when I have friends, friends that premise it, they're going to tell me something, and they premise it with, "Listen, mom's the word. Okay, this is on the TQ. Don't tell anybody." I'm like, "We'll stop. No. Don't tell me. If you don't want, don't tell me." Mark, can I ask you?
Yeah.
If I recall your journey, you had a bit of a journey. Yeah, you went through quite a number of ladies. And what would you say about your journey?
Well, the first.
Like, you're not one of the clients that was successful
Ukraine.
like that.
It was not like this, eh? Okay. The first time it was last year in July, 2023, and then I was in Lviv, and from Lviv we go to the Carpathian, the mountains. But I can say it honestly, we understand each other, but there was something that not mean for us. So we go
Mhm,
our own way again. So yeah.
mhm, mhm.
So it
Mhm.
you can say for both of us, for me, and I don't call her name,
Yeah.
uh,
Okay.
privacy. And for me and her, it was a very nice time. We enjoyed, and you can take it as both for both of us a nice vacation because Carpathian are very beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe yeah,
I'm jealous.
yeah, and oh, you're jealous, so
Yeah,
you don't
I
go
never
there
made
yet?
it to Carpathia. I never
Oh
made it
my
to
goodness.
Carpathia.
Even
Okay, do the
Carpaccio in
mountain.
Canada.
Then you must do the mountain 1,210 meters high. So
Oh
I
yeah,
did it
yeah, yeah,
with her
yeah. Oh,
together.
you hiked up it. Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. So, Mark, how many ladies did you meet and have a relationship with, or before the lucky girl here? Oh, two. Okay, okay.
No. One. And the
Just
second is
one.
the
Yeah, just
lucky.
one.
Just
Yeah.
one. Don't do like this, Joe. Just like
I'm just effing with you. Yeah.
only one, and the second one was bingo.
Okay, bingo.
But
So now we know her name. Bingo is her name. Oh.
yeah, I don't. Yeah. Bingo.
Okay, well that's great.
Yeah,
I'm
but
very
the
happy
name
for
is
you, Mark.
written there. The name is
You
written
see, you
there,
didn't
but
give up.
more.
You kept persistent. You didn't give up. You didn't let it, get you down. The
Uh,
first breakup,
like
and you got
like
back on the horse.
I saw the other what, who is the one from London, the one that also streaming from London. What's her name?
Julia.
Julia.
CC also, yeah, the last thing, I think the last live stream about you must find the the perfect one. That's it's a wrong explanation. You must find the
Don't
one that
settle. Don't
it,
settle, maybe.
yeah, and
Ah,
with yeah
fit
in
together. Good
different
fit.
ways,
Good
like
fit.
thinking, like what you want, what she
Uh-huh.
wants, and with that person, the name is Victoria. So because I write it down on the chat, but you don't know if she lives there or there or there. Nobody knows. So and from in the beginning there was and Mamuchka. Her mother is there also. She have one daughter, but her mother is there also, and see the heart. Hi, Anna. I can tell you, your mother had also, I think, a golden heart. I will see also her mother also. It's like from the first moment that I was there, you feel home.
You feel home. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
So
awesome.
beautiful
Yeah.
yeah.
pictures.
And,
Yeah.
and that's just from the way they look to you, the way they treat you. It's like, whoa. You, you go on the front of the door and you're a little bit nervous. Oh yeah, nervous is a big word, but curious what you expect. And you open the door and it was like, you know each other already for years. It was magic. Joe, I can tell you it was magic from the first moment. Magic.
That's awesome, Mark.
Everything
Yeah.
was rolling on nice wheels and go better and better. Uh, of course, the daughter, that's normal, right? It's a child. I have also a daughter. So, and I'm a stranger. It's normally. I'm a stranger. But now the second time I go there, it was already more enthusiastic and all that. And now in the live streams every Sunday we do live streams. We don't over live stream. Also something that I will say to the guys with my first experience, with the first. I was too enthusiastic. I want too
Is it
much,
enough?
too fast. Like contacts, see each other. I don't see
Yeah.
your eyes anymore.
I think
Bright light, bright light.
he just, yeah.
And
I sense.
that was my first mistake. Not that was the break of the two of us. No. That was not the reason. But I feel now it's more relaxed, calm, let the flow go like that. Yeah, let the flow go, and everything will go automatically. Trust me. Trust me. Every Friday is film evening, and every Sunday we go live. And for the rest is just text a message and how was your day, and simple. Keep it simple.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's amazing. That's
It,
amazing, Mark. I'm very,
it's
very
very
happy for you.
it's very
That-
difficult for me to keep my secret, but
but
Yeah.
this is a great point, Mark. That it's so critically important that the parents, the families on your side, when you
yeah,
come and you get that warm reception, you're
yeah.
in the good books, and guys, that is
It
huge.
is, it is,
Oh
it
wow, who's that must be what that's got to be what in here. Yeah.
Are you in Paris?
Like yeah, because for example, I'll share with you when I came to Anna's place, her mom, like they both treated me like I was, I don't know, like a king. I mean, I felt
Yeah,
like I was
voila.
some kind of king
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
I had not been treated like that before by in-laws,
And
and I can contrast that to a relationship I had just before Anna, actually, which I had, kind of back and forth, hard time getting out of it. One of those on again, off again, um, and I never even went to see the parents. I was never invited to meet the parents,
oh,
and
our
that's a big red flag.
number one also. Sorry that I say number one, but
Yeah, no, it's okay. I mean,
the first lady, it was also from her mother lives in the apartment. Why she never show me or introduce me with her mother? It
yeah,
takes it take long, and that also for me already like okay, this is. You go there, you saw each other, you spend time with each other, you go back to Belgium, and after that you still don't see her mother, and she is also there in that apartment. So
yeah. Now, it's a little bit dangerous saying this because you've got to frame the situation. I had been dating her for 6 months, and like a full on, 6 months, and I'm living, there, and we're seeing each other, and stuff like this. So if you're in a short term relationship, then that's normal. It's normal until say, yeah, it depends, right? Each case differ. It depends if you're living there, how many times you see each other per week, per month. But yeah, there is an incubation period of time where she's not going to introduce you to her parents because she's not sure about you. But when she's sure about you, or
Yeah.
reasonably sure, then she will introduce you to the parents. And if you're in a relationship for 6 months, a year, or longer, and you don't meet the parents, that it's not a red flag. It's the kiss of death. The
yeah,
kiss of death.
Anna, what your mamushka say to Joe?
Well,
If you do something with my daughter,
Bad news. She said, "This Canadian is bad news. Ditch him. Ditch him."
you know,
no,
that's what
no.
Mamushka said to me when we are okay, we are engaged for the moment. So that's step one. Step
No
one.
secrets.
Step one. And then she say, Mamushka looked at me. Okay.
No language, body language. Yeah.
Okay. This is body language. Also, if you don't speak English,
Yeah.
but we understand each other. Oh, Joe, don't go away. No.
He left. I don't know. Yeah, it's okay. Uh mm,
Yeah,
yeah. I mean, yeah. Every basically, loving mother. Everything she wants just to her child to be, to be happy, and
yeah.
you really.
That's that's what I'm reading in her eyes. Also from pass up. They are very good in observing, and reading
Yeah.
through your eyes in your body, very
Yeah.
good. But I do it also. I do the same. I try to enter also what you're thinking. But you don't need to look deep. It was from in the beginning, like Joe also feel the same with your mom, with your. Um, the first steps you come inside, it's like you're not a stranger at all. It's like comfortable, relaxed, and they treat me like a king. All those food, mamushka from in the morning she is preparing. I don't know that. I don't know that. I don't know that in just before I go home. I was very early in the morning. I go there and I saw busy, busy, busy. Everything made by hand.
Yeah.
Everything made by hand. And I'm so surprised looking. And then I make a joke. I say, I will look over your shoulders. I let Victoria explain that one. Translate to see what you put all inside the secrets.
Secret ingredients, yeah.
Yeah, secret ingredients.
Of love.
And then she make a joke. Ale, you sit there. No secret. And then I tell to Victoria, you tell her, oh, don't worry, your daughter know your secret. Things like that. It was fun from in the beginning, and that's a trigger that okay, this is this is positive, this is good. Yeah. Also, lots of positive signals.
Yeah, we are super excited and happy for you, Mark. And thank you for sharing. I don't know, it
Yes.
looks like every live stream, our clients, we don't have like a lot of clients, but it looks like we asking our clients to show up. But and guys just like, oh, can you show not happy stories? Like, like we was planning this or call you in advance to show up here. Nothing planned, guys, just everything,
This
we
is not planned at all. Yeah.
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 And that's a beautiful thing you see when guys happy like Mark now sharing. You want to you want to share this happiness with the world, and you want just right. You want to give hope for guys, right, and encourage them. It can be their reality, right?
Anyway, I will tell one thing. Because lots of guys, I think they are also my situation. I saw in one of the live streams also stories about I lived 23 years together, and I married, yeah. And you can say that I stayed 10 years too long together, just for one reason, the child. And I saw that one, the experience of who is the victim, you think? The child. Because the two parents are not, there is no normal situation. I can say it like this. And I see now also my daughter is with me 100%. So she don't, okay. She's 100% with me. Okay, my house. So now there is quiet, there is peace, there is and you see the way she studies. She study more hard and more focused. So everything goes okay, better. But if it was also Julia, I think that say that one. No, the new streamer. She lives in Germany.
Yeah, Irina, I think Irina.
Irina, yeah. She say also wise words about. She is the one that talk about this topic, and it's true. I waste lots of time, but yeah, if I go early, 10 years ago, maybe I never saw now my unicorn.
Yeah.
Don't have a unicorn. I find also one. So okay. Anyway, so it's true when the relation don't do it for the child, stay together, because
Children send everything.
mentally you don't help them.
Yeah.
Now I notice that also it's okay, waste of time from yourself, and to grow up your children. I have only one daughter, is also not healthy at all. So okay, that's what I want to share also. And guys, really, I make the steps. It is a super fantastic team, not only Joe and Anna, also Tatiana. Tatiana is the one that
Head matchmaker. Yeah.
yeah, matchmaker. Yeah,
Mhm.
and thank her again. Want the two, Jana and Tatiana, you're the one that connect us together with success. So
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks God, everything happened. You see, and you have your,
okay.
your words resonate, and I have the same perception of like, with Mark, children first victim. We decided to get divorced. He said, yeah, I mean, children just, they sense everything, they see everything, and the worst thing that
Yeah,
actually they will repeat the same model, like.
and you know what's the reason why I try to stay together? It was maybe selfish,
Mhm.
but my parents are divorced when I was 7 years old.
Yeah.
And my mindset was like, I don't want that this happen with me
Uh-huh.
because I
Yeah.
grew up in divorced parents with lots of
Mhm.
troubles. So in my
Yeah.
mindset was from, okay, I will do everything I can to stay together and solve all the problems and try and try and try. And maybe when we become older, we become more wise and everything will,
Yeah.
the ocean will become more flat. No, no, don't believe it. No, no,
Yeah,
no.
you do your best
That's a
to.
dream. That's a dream.
Yeah, but I mean, I also like women who stay in relationship when men, I don't know, abuse her, and child grew up with this, especially girl seeing this is normality in relationship, then she
Mhm.
can possibly looking for this kind of relationship in future. And so where is his love, toward child? And like, she just
Yeah.
this girl. I mean, in the best case scenario, she will choose men who will never, abuse her, and like she will be very cautious about
Mm.
this. But in many scenarios, she actually follow the same model, because that's what she perceive, and everything she knows about love, because
Yeah.
unconditionally she perceived this as a role model that parents love each other, and that the way they love each other. So yeah. Um, So yeah, Mark, thank you very much for sharing
Yeah.
your encouraging story. Thank you. Like we all
Thank you.
pray for you, and yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
very
And
excited.
and next news, you will hear it from me. You will hear it on time.
Of course,
Okay.
of course.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
everybody. Thank
Uh-huh.
all the I'm not in the team of the Bosch brothers, but thank all the viewers, And I can say one thing: don't give up. Go for it.
Yeah, go
There
for
is
it.
there is
Yeah.
an for everybody. There is a unicorn.
Yeah, I remember also. Yeah, I remember also like Jana when being with you in this journey, she felt like so bad that it didn't work. Like it's like
Yeah,
he was like taking everything close to the heart, and I said, Jana, you need to give actually courage, to Mark, not like to, be like together with him, drowned it, like support him. And this is the thing when like just with the attitude of this is journey, and like even if your relationship doesn't work, it's just not your woman, you need to keep moving on, like until you find this woman that you will be like that, right?
yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
coming from this, like if you have, like we call it not negotiable, like deal breakers, like think that like doesn't work, just leave it there and feel everything as a blessing. All our experience was preparing us to to meet person that that now helping, like all our experience, all our relationship experience actually teach us about ourselves and what we want in a relationship, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because when we
I,
experience.
I
Yeah.
forgot to say one thing,
Mhm.
because I just saw here the other man before me live.
Mhm.
What was his name again?
John.
John. Oh well, yeah. John also is already a couple years divorced. Me not yet. So for me, I can say I jump in fast in a new journey, and I can tell one thing. It settled lots of mind problems. So the book is closed in the back. Don't look back, look forward. But I think all the especially America, when they divorce, it's always painful, financial, very painful. Don't worry, in Belgium also, in Europe, it's also painful. But it's not a reason to stop and thinking. No, go again, speed up your train, and don't wait for years. It's waste of time. It's also
Yeah.
a waste of time.
But Mark is definitely very optimistic person. That's something, guys, that you can pick up, because yeah,
Yeah,
it's hard for for men, a lot of men who going through a lot of pain, just to heal it and just give them
yeah.
again opportunity to live, to have different life experience. Some of them just stuck there in their pain and their, in their like.
Well, yeah. I understand that.
Mhm.
I understand, but me,
Mhm.
it was already like almost 10 years. We are still together, but there was no chemistry anymore between us. Then the last 2 years, there was nothing anymore. But just stay together for a child.
For children. Mhm.
That was really waste of time. So I can also that's what I want to say. So also people that already divorced for maybe 6 years or 8 years, time go fast. Trust
Mhm.
me, time go fast. You become 50 and without know you become 58. It go faster and faster. So don't waste your time. And there is a
Mhm.
unicorn for everyone.
Mhm. Yeah.
Please.
Yeah. Mhm.
That's all
Thank
what I can
you.
say. Yeah.
Thank you, Mark,
Thank
for
you.
sharing. Okay.
Uh,
Bye-bye.
Back to you. Bye
Thank you.
bye.
We will be updated, yeah, with you. I just wanted to, you see, Mark, he's like, been in this journey, having positive experience. Keep watching our videos, learning, like wanna always to, looking for areas to improve, to understand better Slavic women area of how to improve their relationship. And I believe this is very important, and yeah, for men's success. And he was talking about quite a lot of times about our channel that we created for support you guys on this journey, because Ukraine dating. I will finish this live stream with it. If you haven't checked out it, please, you're welcome. It's just average, different live streamers of different age, Ukrainian women sharing, their. You can go there and just like with me having video date, because some of them single, um yeah, and just ask you questions that will help you to better to understand Ukrainian women, and you will find out that a lot of questions that you will ask me, and there it will be the same answers you will hear, because this is just basic general values, but anyway, yeah, different ages, it will help you more to see different points of view, right? And yeah, learn more and just be prepared for this journey. This is yeah, this is requires certain level of commitment, if that is really something that on your mind, right, in order to be successful. So this is the promo video, and I will see you next Saturday. I don't know, maybe I will be encouraged again, but one of your comment and will blow up next Saturday on something. But I'm actually, yeah, it helped me more to understand who can be successful now and address this message, and just really, yeah, more, speak to our clients, and um, you know, helping ourselves as well to attract those men, who will be right fit match for our ladies, right? Or yeah, I don't know. We have right now one more guy joined in the studio. Should I? John, you just waiting. Yeah, okay, John. I think you just been here because I didn't. Yeah, okay. I will.
No,
You
you don't have to put me back on. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
just
Okay. I just, yeah, I have a hard time to kick people from studio.
yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah,
But
I'm not. That's because I don't have a. I noticed I left a bunch of comments, but I don't know. Do you have to be like signed into the StreamYard?
uh it's in YouTube, just general comments you can see there.
Oh, okay. I'm on some different feed. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And so here's Norman. Then I will just okay. I will do like that, and then I will like this, and then
How does this work? Can you hear me?
Hi Norman. Yeah, I can hear you. You on the live stream now. Like not only me, but many people can hear you. If you're okay with that, yeah.
I look horrible.
Come on, come on. I think we're too much, into.
Wow. I have never seen myself on video like this before.
Okay, everything happened for the first time in life, right?
Hi. Your name is Anna, right?
Yes, my name is Anna.
Hi, Anna. My name's Norman. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Norman.
I've seen your videos before. What are you guys talking about today?
We was talking about basically I was making all live stream. It's already almost 3 hours about
I got here late.
Yeah, about this question that should the Ukrainian women married who has family and children stay in Ukraine, or should they take care about okay, thank you.
Is it safe to stay in Ukraine?
No, it's not safe. It's war active, yeah. And guys,
every city, right? Even Kiev and in every city.
Bomb can go anywhere. Yeah,
that's what I thought. But I gotta be careful. They have these sites where people are writing you letters, and they say you want to meet. But I'm thinking, how can I meet? I can't go to Ukraine. There's war going on. Makes sense, right? I couldn't go there.
Yeah, correct.
Do I want to go to Israel? No. It's kind of not a safe place. So how does that work? Do you want to meet someone? Don't you have to meet him in a different country?
Yeah, the way how we work now since war started, actually since COVID started, because we started to have limitations actually when COVID started and clients couldn't fly, right? Like at some point, especially Australia was under big lockdown. And so it just speed up this process of distance introduction. So we have like how we work, we have unlimited introduction still, but with one at a time relationship, like people just we do everything in distance. We do introduction call to the lady that expressed mutual interest in getting to know you. If you like each other, you start to build a relationship. We give you her her actual information where she's live right now. She might be in Europe somewhere, like we try to update this information, but like people move so fast that we sometimes behind on updating where they right now. So when you at the point of introduction to her, of course we always asking where she's right now specifically. And so what happened, like before guys was just coming and they was going on several dates. Now you come in and first time meet woman, now if you build relationship to certain level where you express and like desire to meet each other and everything goes well, it's always the case. If she lives in Europe, you fly first time to Europe to meet her. If she lives in Ukraine, she go out from Ukraine to meet you in Poland or anywhere where it will be, working well for you both, where it will be comfortable. So all ladies know about this, our ladies who stay in Ukraine, but it's not a problem for them. Problem for them will be just go for the first date to men that they never met, they don't know. But if they go already to the man that they spend 2 months of their life talking every day.
So I have a question for you. This is why I kind of shy away from all these dating sites. Like there's there's so many. I'm brides for so and so and all these. And I know the trap where they're charging you for letter writing. And I just don't want to think. So if you go on with these sites, you cannot exchange contact information. I don't understand why. It's because they want to keep you paying money to write letters.
Yes, Norman. If that's what you're doing, you actually
no, I'm not. I stopped years ago. What I'm saying is, I still get these people writing to me.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it would be nice to find someone and maybe bring them to the U.S. But then I'm thinking I could be speaking to John. I don't know who I'm writing a letter to. I have no idea. So, it could be Igor. I have no idea who it is. Ivan.
Normally it's Igor or somebody like that. I think now maybe they implemented already ChatGPT talking to you, but this is nothing about real woman and real relationship. And it's really like bothering me because guys even don't get this, sometimes like time difference, like how you can talk to a girl who's working in Ukraine and she's talking to you at 4 a.m, you like
It'd be
Ukraine
tough. Yeah, it'd
time.
be tough. Even though I'm on the Eastern Seaboard, we still
Yeah.
have a time difference. Like, what time is it now here? It's almost 6 o'clock. What time? Where are you at? May I ask?
Yeah. I'm in Canada right now, so I'm in the Pacific time zone. But
Oh, you're away. Oh, you're on that side.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
lucky
am.
you.
But Ukrainian ladies, they mostly they live in Ukraine, so it's different time zone. I mean, that's the thing. We don't have on our website any like chats or anything, and I still like have hard time why guys falling for this. And I think a lot of guys who come in for those services, they actually don't have intent to fly or to meet or actually build real relationship. They just come in from their loneliness, to satisfy
Well,
the need.
I did. I went to Romania and met a girl.
Yeah.
What a nightmare! Oh my God. No, I'm just saying is I didn't know. How do
Yeah.
I put this? I had a better conversation with her mom than her. Her older mom, because it was an interesting conversation because the mom was communism. She remembered it.
Uh-huh.
And I'm older. I remember Reagan and grew up in that 80s and in the 70s. And like I said, the girl, she was younger and she wouldn't want to like go to a mall. I don't want to go to a mall. I can go to a mall in here in my country. I want, it was, how do I say, she was too young in a way, because when the conversation I had with her mom was the West, there's parts of the Western culture that weren't great for that part of the world. And I get it. I really do. Saying this, I'm not pro everything about my country. There's some things about the West I don't care for, but
Yeah.
I have made that trip before. I would make that trip before, but I'm very leery about meeting someone and you get caught in that letter writing. I'm not going to do that. I get women writing me all the time on there. Oh, you're this, you're that. They don't know me. They don't know me at all.
Yeah, Norman, that's a problem. It's not women writing. It's just somebody who hired, in Ukraine. This
Right.
on the job website, they hiring translators and like before. Now, I think it will be just bots will be talking. But yeah, and they like that's George, who is probably have experienced buy stuff for her. That's like
Oh,
it's crazy because I mean in a she just interested in the shopping, just like some taking advantage, but nothing like actually building a relationship with you. That's a reality. And it's such a like ugly business, and how it works, like it's just starting there, just shopping. Then I mean, you go even in a restaurant, you get cash back or whatever, like they meet with you with the all different intent from yours. You're looking for to create family, but they meet with the intent to just milk you.
I mean, I was going to go, what was it? Dream Connections. His name's Mark, a nice guy. I met him. I was going to go. COVID hit. So that stopped that plan of going out there. But now then the war happened. Okay, if I'm still interested in meeting someone from Ukraine, where do I go from here? Because the letter writing, that doesn't work. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
And I have to admit, I don't know if you guys ever done it, when I go to someone and then they ask me my annual income. Well, I'll be honest with you, Anna, that's a little intrusive. Well, why ask me that question? How much money I'm making per year? Really?
Women ask you, or
No, I've had the sites ask me, am I a homeowner? Really? Well, I'm going to say this. I've had American women ask me what my credit report is. That ends that date right there, because you're telling me what you're all about. I'm a bank account. It's not having to meet me. You want to, and I get, I forgot what that person's was, is, God, what's that guy's name? Same thing. They do the Zoom call, but you can't exchange contact information. Okay, when someone says that, don't you think I would find that odd? Let's say I have a good conversation with you, Anna. Let's exchange contact information, and they'll say no. Well, I feel safer being on this site. Do you see what I'm saying? This is odd. That's why I caught it's hink. We call it something's hinky. Something stinks in Denmark. This isn't 2 and 2 does not equal 5. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's odd.
No, at least you see something wrong here. Some guys just being leading by all these excuses why not to go out from that website. They just for years talking and thinking they built something. So I mean about this income and everything, wherever it's also in our questionnaire when you apply as a client, it's confidential information. It's up to you, share or no. It's just helping us to like generally understanding you as a profile. Like if you would go by this link to register with us, right? You will have to answer a lot of questions, and this is free matchmaking consultation. But in order to like help you to understand your request, because this is kind of like both ways interview, right? We understand what you're looking for. If we feel comfortable, we can help you, or you need just like my first call with Match Guarantee was 68 years old man, and he wants to meet lady 26 years old, and he say older I'm not attracted. And I was like looking, and I was like freaking out. I asked Joe if everybody client like this, and Match Guarantee said we cannot help you, sorry.
Yeah, there's no future. I mean, me I mean, I look at, but I'm 57, and am I going to go out with someone who's in their 20s? No. What am I going to take her to a Taylor Swift concert? I don't want to do that. No. I'm not interested. I mean, but here's the difficult part. I've never been married. I have no kids. So it'd be a shock for me to meet someone who's already has a child. Whoa. I would do it, but to me, it's like, that's a lot of responsibility. See, I don't think a lot of people see that. But the other question that was the two questions I had. One is, you got women that are in Ukraine. I'm sure they don't want to stay there. Wouldn't they want to get out of there? Because I don't think the situation is going to get any better.
No, it doesn't seem like. I mean,
no.
Everybody
preparing. You're over 2 years in. I don't think it's going to get any better. I mean, I would like it to be, but I don't think so. So the other question I had is, before the visa process for a young lady to come or a woman to come to the United States was difficult. Is it easier now since the war?
Yeah.
To get isn't the U.S.? How do they do it? Do they need a sponsor? Do you still need a fiance visa? What's the situation now?
Yeah, I mean, you can probably go with fiance visa, but now it's much easier just to apply for. They actually have this program going on. You need sponsor to apply for kind of like refugee status that give you 2 years to stay in America. And so that's what our like clients do when they meet with a lady that they like. They fly at least one time to Europe to meet each other. If everything there, chemistry, relationship goes well, and then next stage they apply for this visa, and then it's like humanitarian parole. I think it's also give them medical insurance, and then she can fly next time to him, or they do sometimes touristic visa, whichever better fit, because by touristic visa you can stay also up to half a year.
What kind of visa is it? No, a fiance visa. They stay. How long can they stay here?
No, not fiance. Tourism visa they do.
A tourist visa.
Tourist, yeah, they do. Or for much easier for this humanitarian parole for like refugee status, and so she can stay up to 2 years, and it's give you time, guys, to like to continue to develop relationship more organically.
Sure. That'd be great. I would be able to do that.
Much better than before, like with K1 visa, she come in and you guys in a crazy pressure to get married within 3 months,
right.
And you don't want to hurry up, serious decisions in your life, right? And so it was difficult, now it's much more easier
Well, I'm going to say this. I got, with your website, when you did ask me how much money I make per year, it scared me. Kind of like, ooh, I backed off. Whoa, what are you asking me this for? No, I was thinking, I felt it's intrusive. Am I poor? No, I make decent money. But I was like, how do I put it? I felt like I was buying a gym membership. Like, why are you asking? Yeah, I felt it was odd to ask those questions. And maybe, okay, I just understand where you're coming from. But how can I say understanding this? I thought about doing this way back in the 90s. So you have to understand how much mistrust I have in what I see, what's going on, because there are a lot of there are a lot of scammers out there who are taking advantage of men that are older, who are lonely. They're, and they're taking advantage of it.
Yeah. Thank you, Norman, for for your feedback. But yeah, I started and then I go some other direction. It just generally when we have all questions like fill out, as a prospective client, honestly answering what age gap you're looking for, what beauty requirements you have, like if you
I see where you're coming
for example, if you have 6 children and then you want woman with no kids, it's also like we understand,
Sure.
we need to talk to you about these things because it will be hard to help, and so generally it's just information for coach to have full picture of yours, to understand if you're capable to help you. And it's up to you, how you fill out. If you feel good, you can share, like the purpose of this matchmaking consultation to understand you fully as a prospective client, our capability to help you, and understand what's your request, right? And so and explain how we work. So like if if you see if that's work for you, because like for example, if guys say I want actually like you ship woman to me. No, we're not shipping.
No, it makes
We're
sense.
not the Dex company or something,
No, it makes a lot of sense. You have to go there to go meet her. I mean, imagine, this is what I thought was odd about Ukraine, about what's going on with the war situation. To me, it makes sense when I meet her, I would have to meet her family.
Yeah.
Her mom, her dad, I'm saying? This is part of who she is. But how do you do that? And me as American, I can't go to Ukraine. It's not safe to me to go to Ukraine.
Yeah, I mean, you see, with women, you can when you first time come, she most likely she will not, introduce you immediately to family. First, she wants to see what she feels,
Right.
toward you, right? If she see your, perspective, like, connection and everything. We just had Mark here, our client, just before you, and he was sharing. He actually, I think he went to Lviv, to west of Ukraine, where he met her family. I mean, it's up to man. We cannot forbid, not to go. If like,
well, I'm asking you, is it safe?
No, it's not safe. We don't recommend guys to do this.
That's
so
what I
that's
thought.
Yeah, like I mean, he met with his lady outside, but then when it come to introduction, he wanted. It was his. I mean, in the west of Ukraine, it's relatively safe. It's safer, much safer than in other parts, right? That's why it's now more expensive to live there than in Kyiv, even. But it's still chance, so we don't recommend. So I believe in this part you can still do, I don't know, Zoom introduction call, or if like really you wants to meet, in relationship will be serious, her parents also will come to you, maybe on second trip. It depends how how everything will be, but maybe it will be video introduction. It's also with all the era of technology,
so
it's possible.
Where do I go from here? Do I fill out a questionnaire? I think I started before. Do you have a how do I put it? Do you have a library of women? You know what I'm saying? Is it?
Yeah, on
I
our
hear it's
website.
horrible. I don't like saying that because I feel like I'm shopping. I don't mean it that way. You know what I'm saying? But I don't.
I know.
I'd like to meet someone. I think it'd be great. I mean, I live out here on the East Coast, and it's lonely out here. I don't know anybody because I'm from the West Coast.
Mm-hmm.
But my sister says you should get married or buy a dog.
Yeah.
So, can I ask you personally, how did you end up in Canada? Because you want to get out of what's going on in Ukraine?
Because I'm married to Joe.
You married someone who's Canadian.
Yeah, I mean, it's our agency. I'm wife of owner. I don't know. I'm co-owner. Who am I?
Oh, okay. So it was business-wise is why you moved to Canada. I just see that because I know there are a lot of people moving, and how many are moving to the U.S.? I know a lot of people move to Canada. Do they not? Because Canada's got a program for Ukrainians to move.
we have ladies who now live in Canada and in America who moved, but most of them still was in Europe or even in Ukraine. Yeah, I mean, I was lucky that I met Joe long time before war happens, and we lived there. I was happy actually that he lived in Ukraine. I was not going to move nowhere. I really love our life there. But when it comes to when we see everything was coming, and we left Ukraine 1 week before war started, and we
Well, you
told
said
all
just got
our
out of there.
clients, yeah, we told all our clients, please don't come. Because we was meeting everyone, we was meeting with our couples, that we was creating. We was going with them in the restaurants, celebrating with
Yeah.
them, and it was an enjoyable part. Now we don't have this, privilege, but at least children waking up in a, not with the sound of sirens. And I'm very grateful that Joe insisted and we left, in time. That we didn't even like going through all this trust, and especially children. Yeah, and I wish all our women have this strong shoulder next to them, to find this right man, right match, for them to.
Okay, so Anna, what do I do? Can you send me a link? Do I go to your website? What do I do?
You just go to magicguaranty.com/register and
Okay.
complete your registration. Answer how you want. You can clarify things on on a consultation with a matchmaker, with Luba or Jana, whoever will be. And yeah, it just helping all for it's all private, it's between you and us, it's not something that we declare to women. And sometimes guys reach and they fill out all of that and they write letter where they bragging about all they have, and we want to protect them, so we changing, we always like work with the introduction and our intent to save them from attracting women with the wrong purposes. So we on your side doing all of that, but it's helping when we have like trusting relationship with the prospecting client, understanding that he's honest. Like if we start work and he said I want like 15 years age gap, and then she's in 60 30 or more years age gap, it's just waste of time over each other, and ladies look at us crazy if we send them men with a super big age gap. They just like leave an agency, like
Yeah. Okay. So here's the question for you. What I know with the Ukrainian culture and European culture, that it's looked at differently about an age difference compared to America. Listen, if I go out with a girl that's in her 20s, that looks weird. It's not socially accepted in the United States. It's weird. Even if I met someone that young, my sisters would say, "What are you doing? What's going on with you?" But I understand that. But what I'm saying is, what is the age gap that's appropriate for, let's say, the Ukrainian culture?
Yeah, I think like we just analyzing our successful clients, through years. 27 years experience. Our head matchmaker had, and we came up with a formula of not more than 15 years, nor works for most of the clients. It depends hardly on how man looks, and like lifestyle and level of energy and everything. I have with my husband 20 years age gap, and I must admit it's not very normal for Ukrainian families, because in Ukraine, like most families, they have within 7 years age gap.
Okay.
So
alrighty. No, believe me, I'm the complete opposite. To me, it's the idea of someone young. No, that would be scary for me. Whoa, that'd be, yeah. It's a cultural gap. Really, it is. Besides you being from different cultures, countries, just the age.
Yeah, I know. And I was very openly talking about about our relationship and how it was landing on me and how it was actually holding me from moving ahead, how it was scary, this, and how I will tell my parents about, Joe's age and everything. But, love happened, like what you can do, when, and I mean, it's very interesting, like our story. But I mean, it's just not. Maybe it's like creates this misrepresentation what's normal in Ukraine, and I wouldn't consider our story normal. So,
Okay.
but
All right. Well,
yeah, that's why I
thank you
said,
so much. I mean,
guys.
you gave me a lot of information. I mean, I'm glad I got to talk. I was surprised I was going to talk to you. I was just going to get on and hear what you guys had to say, because I sometimes just listen to it. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll go in there and fill it out. And here's the other bit. I'll find out there when I do the website. I'm sure it's going to cost me a certain amount of money, right?
Yeah, we have also all prices mentioned on the website. I mean, on the website and the price tab, and you can see everything. So, but you just need to understand what's our value, that that we doing, that we have like this database of lady that was collecting through years, and high quality ladies, and vending them and going through each of them, like it's just like nobody do this basically. I mean, that's kind of vending that we do. And because Joe, he's I don't know, crazy perfectionist, and he wants, and with a high morals, Christian man. So like he always cares, and about like, and wants always to improve quality of introduction and have the highest marriage success rate in the industry. And that's always what's bothering him, in delivering services. And so it also can happen that we can have some lady that like the thing that when interview, and ladies can be also like tricky too, it can happen, but always like we see real intent with the lady when she is in a relationship, when that's like, so the most like interesting for us period when she has first introduction, and we're always very 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 like attentive, but to what will be happening. But the thing that most of our ladies joining us because one got married with us, was our client, and then she told, actually don't tell her friends before she have any positive experience with us, because first it's competition will be more competition. And then she doesn't know if we're a real deal, if we're good agency. She's also scared. That's a problem, because Ukrainian women, they're afraid to join actually marriage agencies, because they don't want them to be use their photos. If you will go on our website, you will not see photoshopped pictures. It's just normal average, like you have your photos on your telephone, those kind of photos. We don't have any photo sessions, or we don't want to attract ladies with the wrong intent. And if you have girl who just came across our website and she's like, I want to join, what's your condition? It means how much we will pay her. And we don't pay girls, because we don't, like, we say we don't pay. And like, she's like, what, you just using girls? Like, it just doesn't land on her. Like, what you doing? I said, we
Yeah,
actually
because your ultimate goal is to find somebody.
Yeah, we just helping to create couples, and like, girl with the wrong intent who wants to make money or being paid is just not interested to be in our database. That's a thing. And so, and we not interested to keep this girl, because like we're responsible to whom we introduce man. And so, yeah, it's just a lot of work that behind it, a lot of like big team involved in this. And at the end of the day, even with right intent and two people meet with their right purposes between each other, serious intention of creating a family, it's still a matter of meeting person with the right values and life goals and everything working together, right? Not like that, or like but like that.
No, you gotta, it's your, I had my grandmother's, every hole has a key, and you got to find out if you're compatible.
Yeah, that's the thing. So it's also but what helping here, it's you also can call us or WhatsApp this number. So it's on the website.
You put it down below. I'll probably see the number. I'm using I have to apologize, using my iPhone, so it's hard for me to.
Oh, it's okay. Just Match Guarantee spelled with Y at the end. On our website, there is all information, and you can fill out. Reach out through many different ways on the website, or if you will have trouble to register. I don't know, if you started old profile, maybe you need to.
I'll look it up. It might still be there.
Yeah,
Well, Anna, thank you so much.
If
You gave me a lot of
if you have
information.
the simplest thing, if you will be lost it or something, just info@magicguaranty.com. Our administrator will get a mail and she will help you with everything. Okay, technical stuff.
Okay.
Info@magicguaranty. Yeah, the simple. If you have any trouble with the registration or something, okay.
I will fill it out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you have a great weekend.
Thank you. You too. You too.
It was nice meeting you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. So was a lot of blah blah blah. I spent my probably 10,000 words a day today, definitely. But I'm so happy because I don't know. I feel like now this is my social, since I'm just relocated and integrating into new culture. You are my friends now here. Okay, thank you for me being so so active in the chat. I'm sorry that I didn't read all comments, and hopefully next time I will read it more carefully, and I mean more time to spend on this. I really like this format of talking to you, and encourage you to come to my next live stream that will be on Saturday. I hope I will get some inspiration from your comments. Please write me below below this video what topics you want me to talk about. It's really helping me with creating content, especially when you have 1,000, 500 videos covered. Like you, you really want to speak on topic that's really bothering you, and help you to be. Yeah, I like Canada so far. I mean, I think I meet people here who was like, oh, it's just like so bad life in Canada. I think really Canadians need to travel more worldwide to see and to compare and start to appreciate what you have. That's, lesson for all people, everything relatively in the world, right? And so sometimes when we lose something, we start to appreciate it. And I think a lot of Ukrainian people also, when they lose the opportunity to live in a safe country, they start to appreciate more, even this bad economic that we have in Ukraine. So anyway, world of changing. It's much easier to go together, with having this love next to you. And I really honestly sincerely wish you to meet your soulmate, whatever, through us or whatever, in your own way. Just praying to make it happen for you. I don't think Australians can travel into Russia, Ukraine, or Russia. I mean, that's the thing. I think anybody can travel anywhere, but like, we just don't suggest guys do this. It's dangerous, and there is a ways. Like as I said, like our ladies, a lot of them already are relocated, or they willing to come and meet you. But if you're not stranger, if they come and meet you when you already know each other, so not recommended. With your own risk, you see. I mean, we cannot forbid guys to do this, but we just say don't do this. And and our ladies, they understand this, and they willing for a relationship, because this is main reason why they join us, right? To build relationship. And if they really meet man that they like, oh, trust me, they can go for a lot of things, chasing this relationship, if that's right man, as I always say. So guys, hope to see you next Saturday. And I just wanted to finish the live stream with this promo of our other YouTube channel, where our Ukrainian ladies, streamers of different years of age, streaming, and you can just go over there on a video live stream, just like with me coming here in the studio. And if it does something that sounds for you, interesting, you're welcome. I'm having this format now every Saturday, so you're welcome to come and ask your questions, and we'll be happy to answer. And so and you can do the same thing here in Ukraine Dating.tv. and just learning, Slavs in order to help you to be successful in this journey. Thank you for being with me. Bye-bye. See you next Saturday.
Today, it's completely free for you to have a video date face-to-face with beautiful Eastern European women of all ages and walks of life.
Oh my God. That's it. I'm all yours.
So I brought flowers.
Wow, it's so beautiful.
With makeup or no makeup, hair up, hair down, you always look great.
Thank you. You get to ask all your deepest burning questions. Okay, so we will see you live over at ukrainedating.tv.